Oh, hey, Tom.
Morning, Josh.
I was having a little trouble with the Zoom, but I think it's working.
Morning.
Can you see my screen?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello.
You can hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Can you
Okay.
see this? Can you see the screen?
All right. Are we the only two here this morning?
I think so.
Okay.
So a couple things Debbie and I learned from last week is if you don't have Alveo open at the time price crosses your entry, it will
Uh-huh.
not get in or out
Yeah.
if you have a
Yeah.
pending order.
Yeah.
So
I
whatever
think.
go ahead.
Yeah. I heard you talking about that, and I think I've experienced the same thing.
Yeah, so that I did not do too good. I took a 0.5% loss because my entries were all really bad by the time I looked at it.
Hmm.
But the trades were good.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's just when I opened the software, it got me in and gave me 20 pips profit. Anyway, live and learn. So
Yeah.
what we're thinking about doing now is still identifying the setups and reducing our how much we're asking, getting it to the next level, right?
Hmm.
But setting the alerts, then as they trigger, go and enter them manually because as a pending, they just don't operate right. Even the stop losses and the take profits don't operate.
Well, I just kept my Alvy open on the Rex's account.
Hmm.
I just keep it open all the time, except for when I might be doing a brief challenge thing. But after challenge is over, I go back to keeping that open. So, and it's open 24 hours a day.
Yeah, so it might have worked a little better for you. I go and trade a scalp account and a challenge account, and then the skills account. And so while I'm trying to make money on those, this one's not
Hmm.
open, you know?
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Aussie CAD, I think this is recording for everybody else. Yeah. Okay. The Aussie CAD, let's see. We are still in our channel, our little consolidation. We had a down leg, we had an up leg, we had a down leg to about half of it, and then she went up and stopped. So she's kind of getting smaller. But last week was just straight up, and we didn't want to get into her because she wasn't decisive. She was bouncing on that, and we were looking for a second bottom, but she went right through it. So she's touching the top of that. I don't know that I want to get in while she's in this zone, unless you see something, Tom.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna pull it up on my screen here. So, you're on the daily, right?
Yes,
Yeah. I on the Aussie Cat. Seems to me it's kind of at a significant resistance there. So.
it is. And after that kind of run, I'd hate to get in on a buy that seems like
Hmm.
chasing,
Yep.
but I don't have anything saying I'm turning down. I got a big old wick on the 12 hour. I've got a 3 bar on the 4, but I wouldn't be interested in a sell until here.
Right.
So how much money do we have? Well, to the first bit of resistance is 30 pips, 50 pips, 75 to the bottom, but you're going to get some buyers 30 pips from there, risking 20. I don't know that I want to get that guy.
Yeah. And to go long, let me see here.
It's kind of,
Um, you got a little resistance.
it's got to
Oh
break
gosh,
where
that's
it's at,
yeah.
and then
And then
you're
you got some resistance.
50 pips away,
Uh-huh.
and then 100 pips away. I'd rather
Yeah.
sell off the top of this guy. If she's going to consolidate and not make any more of these legs, that's fine. I would just rather sell off the top.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So Aussie Swiss. Still in our, no, we're in a new channel. Okay, so we were in this channel. We're in this topper channel. I don't know if that's correctly drawn.
You're on the weekly?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where the channel is.
Yeah.
It didn't
Well,
stay in there long.
now
So
you look at the daily, it major candle. And then on the, on Friday, it did come back a little, it went up a bit, then came back, so that's
that
another
was,
one that would,
let's see, that was
that'd be.
NFP too. That's not very useful.
Well, that's also Swiss though, so I'm not sure that how much that would affect that. It's some probably, but
I don't know. I just have a tendency to dismiss news NFP candles.
oh, I see what you're saying.
We do have increasing momentum though. See, we were doing this to break, and then she shot straight up, retested, confirmed. The buy is right there. So the actual trade is that, right? And we're not terribly far away from it. So we want a 1-to-1. It already played out. But if we're playing this zone, that's a 4. That's a lot to ask. Okay. Here's our first bit of resistance right there. It hit it. So I think that trade's already played out. The breakout retest confirmation with 3-bar and it's passed. It played out. So what would you want to do after the trade's already played out? That would be tweezers suggesting downside.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't, that's another one I think I would just leave alone for another day or two. Let's see how it shakes out.
I think you're right because the buy's already played out, flat out.
Uh-huh.
That was the entry. You had 12, 20, you had a whole day to get in, and then it played out in a day or so. But now she's redeciding. So she's probably going to play until she tests this old momentum, this new momentum, and she may even come back down to here to test this momentum. But I don't
Uh-huh.
think I think it's already played out. I don't think we're in a good place to
You
catch something.
test that. It could go, or it could go that way.
Yeah, I don't know where it's going to go. So I
No.
think I'm going to avoid him.
Mm-hmm.
Aussie New Zealand, just been crawling that trend. But we're at the top. I would love to sell this sucker.
Oh.
We are at the top of the weekly, and it's
Uh-huh.
just been a beeline. There is some risk here because it's poked its head out before. How much? 100 pips. That's significant. So I'm not going
Mm-hmm.
to just jump in. And it's real wicky, but there are
Up on
higher
top.
wicks. But that one's lower.
Ooh.
I think, oh, we have an alert here. We're selling this if it comes back down here.
Yeah.
I think what I'll do, well, though, that's the line. That's a 12-hour. Yeah. 4-hour? No, none of that looks real good to me. But if it breaks this and it breaks this, how many pips are from here to here? That's 70. I'd rather it break this guy down here because that breaks this whole up channel and puts, how much money does that put on the table? You could get resistance immediately, or it could retrace down. That's 100. Hmm. I think I'll put an alert on this too.
You're going short?
Well, yeah, if it breaks it and then we just go look at the price action and like, is there something?
Hmm.
Calling it the breaking, it's breaking that uptrend, check price action. Because it could just continue up,
Sure could. Yeah,
in
it's
which case
what,
that's a buy. So I'll
100
put it
pips
on there.
to the next resistance, and then if it reverses, That's 300 plus going in the range area. I don't want to
Yeah,
call it consolidation because that's a pretty big consolidation area.
and I'm putting a breakout buy alert above that wick because there's, like I say, like you said, there's 100 pips up top. So if we get the breakout retest, I'd rather catch that. That's
Uh-huh.
100 pips clean. The
Right.
down pips got a lot of resistance. It's got a lot of buyers on the way down. See on the top side, let's check it out. Nah, it's a straight shoot. You'll get a few in 30 and some at 50, and then there's your 100. But a breakout has momentum, has more momentum than just bouncing off the top.
Go back to your daily and
It
go
was
back
one, 2, 3 days to drop from there. Do you want to
go
go to
back to
current
the
price?
right. And this is, oh gosh,
It just crept.
yeah. And this is about a 23 fib retracement
If we do
right there, I
that,
think.
yeah, breaking that zone would be the 23.
Uh-huh. 50.
50's right there at that zone.
I don't think it'd get, if it gets down to the 50, it's going all the way back down, I think.
Well, what's it done? It usually just goes from there to there. Well, no, it has. It's only done it a few times. That was a straight run. Came right back.
Hmm.
So it's not one you want to catch or chase, excuse me. It's not one you want to try and chase.
No, I would suggest it to, I, I would probably put it in a, pending right about there going short. But that's the way I trade. That's not the way you trade. That kind of,
Well, I mean, whatever makes your money. I just set
yeah.
alerts for us here because that's a breakout.
Hmm.
An alert for us here so that we can see if it's a 3-bar reversal with confirmation off the top of the weekly channel. That's a good bounce, right? That's a sell. And then, of course, an alert here for a larger trade. But there's good money here from here to the 23. It's 70 pips.
Uh-huh.
That's not bad. Okay, so the Aussie dollar. Hmm.
Hmm.
We're
At a
just
glance,
kind of.
that's pretty much a no trade there.
It's been a no trade for a while, and it's so messy.
Yeah, I traded that
It's at
on the
resistance.
short term the other day. There was some sort of news event, I think, an Aussie news event, and I just don't understand that how that the Aussie US reacts to their news. So I'll probably never do that again.
I don't really like this guy.
No.
CAD Swiss. Okay, so we were thinking to buy breakout. That alert went off. I didn't get in it. She came right back in. Where are we on the weekly? We're in this. We're at the. We're in the middle of the channel. I don't think Rex would even touch this.
Mm-mm.
On the daily,
You
came
could
up
maybe,
testing the half of that. Maybe what?
boy, yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's
Oops.
halfway between the channel of the big trade, which
Uh-huh.
I don't like that at all.
It gets to that point, you could almost consider, oops, going short.
I would have to break this lower trend line, and it's
Uh-huh.
just I'd rather buy off the bounce of this because that's
That,
kind of with the bias,
right,
and
like
that
that.
yeah catch that's 128 pips.
Uh-huh.
But while it's coming down, and that's some increasing momentum, like it twin topped or whatever, and then it tried with a huge failure. Now you got your confirmation we're going down. So it seems like it's going down. I just don't want to be in the sell side. I'd rather be on the buy side here. Because there's only got to wait about 40 pips to this, which will be about that time, 35, 40 pips. So I think I'll put an alert on this one. We've got an alert on this one. And then when she gets down there, Just in case, I'll put it across price too.
I think I lost you. My internet went silly for a second there.
Oh, it happens. So I'm putting a price alert too, not just on this channel in case it doesn't touch it, but this structure piece, depending on, it may hit it before, if time, it may hit it because of time. What I'm saying is it may hit it time wise before time matches up with its trend line. So I'm putting an alert at price, not
Can you
just the
see my
channel.
pen? Yeah, can you see my pencil there or not? You
No.
cannot, can you? Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. Just wondered.
Yeah, you have to draw.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense though, starting and then,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
I'd rather have something like that. And that's a 2-to-1. And that's underneath that structure. Let's see. I think I'll put the stop loss there.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's underneath this bit of structure into that one. And certainly breaks that. But it depends on price action when it gets down there. Okay, so we'll purple flag him. CAD JPY.
If you're out in the country, what it appears that you are, if you have all those little varmints running around, what kind of internet service do you have?
It's pretty good.
Provider?
It's Spectrum, which is our cable people.
Oh, yeah.
And then Verizon has this little, I have a backup with Verizon because it goes out off and on. And
Mm-hmm.
it's 5G. So because I get stressed out if I'm trading the 1 minute and I lose internet.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
I think that was the most panic I've ever been in my life was when I lost internet for 3 minutes.
So yeah, that's what we have here too, Spectrum, and yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wondered because based on what you're saying, you live out in the country, but you have Spectrum service there, huh?
Well, we're right above the city. Like I can see it. We're not in the city, but I can see it.
You're above Austin,
No, Jonestown. Which is
Jonestown.
about, yeah, we're about 30 miles from Austin. I do not like the bottom of this channel at all. I liked it while it was in here, but this sucker is god awful on the bottom side. I'm drawing that off of there. Even if I clean that up to just the current price, that is not clean.
Mm-mm.
That is a cone down here. I don't want to be down here at all.
And I have said this before. I keep waiting for the yen to drop,
Well, hold up.
but I've been waiting for quite a while. So
This is that yen pair, yeah, but it's sitting above this. You see, that's a
mm-hmm,
major, major support.
mm-hmm.
So if I get my head out of my butt and get rid of that guy, the trade is that. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
We forget about this channel. It bounced above the resistance, came back with a new high. And we're kind of climbing, but not this guy. Friday's an off day anyway. But it's doing that. I mean, Friday's off, so I don't want to get in yet. Which would turn, if you do the buy now, you could do a real tight stop loss because you're going to be immediately wrong. Oh, we're playing all the way up to there on that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see see the logic there. That is
Yeah.
above that, which the main resistance, the main support now was that. And it was that wick, and it's a little messy. I did it off of that apparent
Well,
structure piece pretty good.
you have that too, as far as our support.
Right. It created a new one right there, what you just
And
saw.
then, yep, and then that's kind
And
of
it
another one
created
right
that one.
there. Mm-hmm.
So it's like tearing out. It's having real trouble getting out. So, I mean, that is a trade. Let's see if there's any confirmations.
It could, and you could, what's the, how
There's
many
nothing
pips up to
telling us.
there? How many pips up to there?
Up to the top side?
Uh-huh.
Just to that trend line?
Right.
Yeah. That's 100.
Yeah.
It's money.
Hmm.
I say, if you do, there's nothing really telling us to get in yet.
No.
Let's see if I clean this up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it broke out, retested, and came. So it may be coming down to here. There's nothing saying get in.
Although some good wicks down there.
There are, but you go down to the 4 hour, it's the breakout, retest of that trend, failure, no follow through, but not quite a reversal yet. It needs to come back above there. So if we put an alert on this guy,
Yeah, that's always fun to trade that.
I hate piano keys. This is crap. But
Uh,
if price comes back above this green trend line, the buy's on, would you say?
hmm.
And your stop, you can put,
It'd be pretty tight. Excuse me.
and even then, you don't even have to go the whole way. You can chill out. We don't need 500 pips. That's getting a little greedy.
But you let it run. If it goes there, it goes there.
Well, yeah, if you can. Um,
Adjust
but the
your stop loss.
the initial trade to say there, you'd have to have a cleaner stop loss. That's a 1-to-1 right there.
Wouldn't you want to put your stop right about there?
Well, you got that wick. And that would basically be the trade right there. Because that breaks back above there. There's a fractal in there, I'm sure. Yep, right there.
Mm-hmm. It breaks
Um,
above that.
breaks above that, breaks above the fractal, should go there. You don't have to have your stop loss way down there. You could put it right back there because that's this zone. Back, it would mean it failed the fractal, failed the trend, failed the breakout, and failed this new support because it's resistance right now. And if you break above there, it becomes support. So all of that fails it, and that's only a 30 pip loss. And if it breaks back down in there, it should go out by the bottom anyway. So why take those
Mm-hmm.
extra pips?
Yeah.
So that's a little more profitable. That's a 2-to-1. You could set that. Yeah, I like that one. I kind of like that one actually. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
There's no guarantee of getting in. It's got to break all that, but if it does,
If it does, it'll good chance it'll go the rest of the way.
this is the first piece of structure that's suggesting downside. So I don't want to be in that, especially on a buy. So we're asking for it to leave this block of structure before we get a buy. I'm okay with that. All right, Swish in. We were in buys. Still bouncing off that same channel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's take a look. This is the weekly. So that is Monday, April 1st. That is this week. It didn't do shit. And last week, you technically have a apex at the 53 bar, but no follow through this week. Probably because of the support resistance and the trend resistance. Okay. So on the daily, we have a 3-bar reversal with confirmation to the top side off of 2 great supports. Problem is no follow through. Just 2 wicks. One was NFP, the other was nothing. Not liking the lack of follow through.
No.
And it's just piano keys. However, the same fractals are on the board for the trades we've been trying to get into. I almost want to keep the same trades.
Where are you? Where did you get in?
I think
Are
this
you?
wick got me in
Mm,
because see, it's over here. It's
mm.
asking for those fractal breaks, and these are 12-hour fractals. So if it breaks this one, it should give you that length. And there's 100 pips, which should put you, yeah, put you up there. I still like these same trades.
How many pips from there to there?
Just the
That
wick,
what's yeah, that wick.
50.
Yeah,
You could,
and then from there to up up in here.
that one's asking, getting 200 pips. That range is 125 pips.
Yeah.
And that's the 12-hour. So it's a mover. But we look here, 3-bar reversal off, no follow through, test it again, lower low. 3-bar reversal, no follow through, testing it again. So yeah, the logic is still good. If it can break this bottom structure, we should see topside.
Yeah,
I don't know.
if I were to get in, I would probably get in about there, expecting it to go to about there.
Yeah. See, that was Friday. That wick is NFP. So NFP is just bullshit.
Well, and Canada, I think had no. This is Swiss. Okay, sorry.
Swishian, but I think NFP affects everything, doesn't it?
To a degree, yeah.
Canada had red unemployment.
Hmm.
Okay. I still like the same trades, to be honest.
Okay.
How's the news next week? Oh, not too bad. Nothing on Monday. Tuesday, we've got New Zealand. That doesn't bother us. Wednesday's our CPI. Uh, and we have FOMC meeting minutes. Canada news. This is Swiss yen. Then Thursday, we have the policy for Euro, PPI for the US, unemployment for the US. There's nothing groundbreaking next week. See, our CPI will move it quite a bit,
Hmm.
but nothing for Swiss and nothing for yen. Oh, no, CHF, right? Yeah. Their chairman speaks on Monday, but that's just an orange mover. Oh, let me pull it down so everybody can see. That's what I'm looking at. That's not a very epic week. Nothing scary. Not in Canada. 30-year bonds.
PPI
This one will move us. CPI will move us.
and PPI does too recently.
Oh yeah, PPI. I didn't see that. See, we're talking Thursday. We should be
Uh-huh.
in the trade, or the trade should have told us it's no good by Thursday. Let's see if we look at the 12-hour on this guy. Yeah, that's an engulfing. I'm just the same. I want it to leave this structure before I get in. So I'm going to leave these on. I still like them.
Okay.
I just want it to leave that structure.
Where you have your stop.
I think that's on the 4-hour. I'm adjusting them a little higher. Yeah. So I think our logic now is here's the structure, right? Oh, okay. This looks good. The 4-hour looks great. Breakout, retest. So now if we get the follow through off of those
Hmm.
fractals, cool. But if it breaks back into this zone halfway through it, there's no point in carrying it. And see, it's below these pieces and below half of that move. A better stop loss location might be That would be a better stop loss location. Because it would break all of that structure and over half of this. See, this could still hit because it's on the top side of this candle is 50. So what does that cost us? We put it down there. 50 pips? That's okay. I like it down there. And it's based on this structure back here. And see, this didn't really follow it. But if you break 50, it should continue to the bottom, which why carry that? Now you've broken 2 structure pieces already. But you can always watch price action. The big takeaway is getting above the fractal of the 12-hour. That's when I want to get in. And the first one is a 1-to-1. It's giving us 50 pips. Oops. I thought I could move it. Oh, it does. I really want it at the fractal. How do I do that? So the fractal's right there. Oh, quit. Let me move this down a bit. There. That gives us a little more. $50 to $60. Okay. Euro Aussie. We had alerts. I am way zoomed in. Okay, so it's in this zone. But it's in a zone at the 50 of the bigger one. So we didn't want to touch it until it broke out of the top or bottom. I think there was a lot of pippage on that. Yeah, 200 pips. 200 pips to there. And the range itself is like 270. But it's real. It's just I don't like it. I mean, if you catch them, like if you catch this 3-bar, right? You risk 100 to make. See that? Yeah, it was. It's too messy on the inside. We put alerts on the outside. You can. We catch this guy at the middle every single Saturday.
I'm gonna say, yeah, that's about the same there, really.
You're okay. He's right in the middle too.
Yeah, and you can't do that. That's too not enough there to go there or
Well, let's
there.
see. The range it's in now is 150 pips. And that's the weekly. So let's see what the daily's doing. Let me see if there's a little more sense to it. Well, see, that's lower, then that's higher. I sure don't like that. See how this low is lower than this, and then this high is higher than that? Yeah, you can see it here. It made a lower low, which tells me to sell. Then it made a higher high, which now telling me to buy, which would have already stopped me out. I don't like it while it's in the middle. You see what I'm looking at?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You would have sold this because this is the breakout, right? Well, it just stopped you out. Well, you'd have sold this because this is the break, or bought. You'd have bought this because this is the breakout. That would have just stopped you out. Not a fan of this one.
Yeah, almost time to just wait till it gets out of the box.
Well, or the edge. If we could get to the edge, it's a lot cleaner. It's a wick and then a reversal, right? A wick and a reversal, a wick and a reversal, a wick and a reversal. It's clean on the edge. But all this middle stuff, see this middle, this just toxic. I don't want to play with him in the middle. But the edge, I'll join.
Okay.
Euro CHF, we're still just climbing.
Yeah, that's
in the down leg. We have this up leg. We have a higher wick, but we are getting some strong wicks.
That's the weekly, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a weekly. Here's what it looks like on the daily. It's a real tight channel. And then it popped and it's starting to get a little more life. However, that to me looks like a double top. See that?
Mm-hmm.
A top. This one's lower M formation happening.
Get in right
Great.
about there.
That would be an amazing apex right there. Kind of a 3-bar. Need the confirmation here for the downside, which means we need to
Mm-hmm.
break this on the daily.
Right.
I think this is the one I was starting to get leery of the buys last week anyway. See, we were wanting those buys. It looks like I got stopped out from that guy. And that
Yeah.
one's failing the 50 and coming on this side of it. It doesn't stay on this top side very long at all. It likes the bottom side, and we're back in the bottom side. What does the 12-hour look like? That's a tweezer top 3-bar confirmation sell. And there's that MREX likes where the second leg is stronger than the first leg because it goes and gets those extra
Mm-hmm.
contracts. This is looking like a real good sell to me.
Well, and you take a look at the weekly, go back to that. That's 3 weeks of
Oh no,
significant.
it's more than 3 weeks. It's 1, 2, 3. Oh, you're talking about the
No,
rejection.
right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's at a major resistance to that
Mm-hmm.
yellow line. This is a huge resistance. It's going to have a hard time breaking through. I think
So
I may be
yeah.
short now
Uh-huh.
because I know immediately when I'm wrong, the top of that wick, right? But what kind of money are we talking about for the top of that wick? 100 pips. Okay. Can we reduce that? We absolutely can because this is the head and shoulder off of the
Mm-hmm.
double top, off of an M,
Is that a
3-bar
4 hour?
rejection confirmation. We're down to the 4-hour. I could
Mm-hmm.
say we're wrong here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that saves us. I have to do it over here. So that's 50. I'm okay with a 50 pip stop loss. And you know you're wrong right there because that means you're breaking that structure and you're testing the high again. You're also breaking above there. You're breaking that.
You
So that's a
almost
great stop loss.
you almost thinking that you could be wrong, thinking that you're wrong even at that level.
Yeah. I was just doing it to the wick.
Oh,
But because the wick matches up with the other structure back here a little better. See that?
right there.
Because you got some bodies back here too. Like that one is for sure. And at that one, if I'm wrong, I take my 50 pip loss. But
Mm-hmm.
now I'm in a buy because I'm above that structure. I'm above this trend line and I'm above that fractal. That's a
Mm-hmm.
buy. So I can make my money back on the 50 pips that I lost from here to here. I can make back on the 50 pips from there to there. 45. See that?
Mm-hmm.
So I like this one, but I'm on the sell side. What do you think?
Yeah.
And we can get in at open because that is a break of the body. This purple line, I think, is a fib number. It's a fib number of the 60, which that kind of helps me on the buy side, but it's getting a lot of rejection and not having that follow through. So how much money is it if it's a short?
And where would you get? Where would
Your first bit of resistance is right there. It's a
mm-hmm.
1-to-1. And that's going to start to line up with this guy too.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not a lot of money on the table. Maybe we wait. Let me get to the 12. Because it also has to break this trend line. There's not a lot of money on the table.
Wait until it gets to here?
I was all excited for
Hmm.
nothing. So wait a minute. That is down pointers. It would have to break this, which I could probably move to like right there to get a little bit of that and that. If it breaks this, then I'm a seller. You see that? because
Yeah.
now we're out of this uptrend. While we're in this uptrend, I should be a buyer. And I'm pretty sure that's Debbie in my head. So we wait for price to touch this trend line to get into buys, because this is telling us it's going down. So why buy?
You
Buy
go,
when the price is better. So the trade is more, because you got a real clean stop loss there, and you have a 3-to-1. But more importantly, I have to bring it up a little bit. More importantly, you're with the bias of the weekly and the daily. A sell has no bias from the big boys until it breaks this price.
mhm.
Then it's got bigger boy bias, and you've got 150 pips on the table. Same with this trade. If we're wrong, but we're taking advantage of the bias of the daily and the weekly, if we're wrong, it should be a strong follow through, and we can catch the sell and make our money back on this guy too. But we're waiting for price in this scenario to stay with the big boys. What do you think?
Yeah.
And if this is a 4-hour, we'll probably, what that trend is Friday. So we're talking Monday, Tuesday, this trade will probably be good. And I'm just moving the mouse along that trend line, and you can see
Right.
the date at the bottom. Monday or
Right.
Tuesday, this trade will probably trigger. I don't think I want a pending. I think I want an alert.
Yeah.
I'll put it right there. That's what I'm thinking. That sell sure looked good, but all it means is, but it's still staying in the uptrend. It could turn right there. It could turn right there. It could turn right where it is because there's structure right there. And the bias is going to win that fight. Okay. So back into the bias. I'm just not trying to catch all this money. We're just catching this money right here. Even if we go back to that high right there, which is the 50, this shelf at the 50, we're still talking about a 1.3-to-1. And you can reduce that. That's pretty far down. Yeah. 1.5-to-1. That's still pretty good.
Mhm.
If we clean that up to there, you could put it there. You can put your stop loss there. You can put your stop loss here.
I think if you put it right there.
Right where I just put it.
Mhm.
That's
Right.
what I'm thinking, because if it breaks that, it's going to go to there. Why give that money
Mhm.
back anyway? And that makes a nice 2-to-1. I just put it on the other side for a little extra noise. Wick. I like that one. Okay. But we got to wait. Euro GBP we were buying. We got absolute. I don't even think I entered one of these. So on the weekly, we had this downtrend. It broke. It retested. It's no follow through. It's just piano king. Yep. There's the break. There's the retest right to it. We're coming off of it. Oh, I like the same trades. If the buy follow through is going to occur, and I can draw trend lines now, kind of that. It's so weak though.
Mm.
I don't really have trend lines. No, I don't really have anything yet that I can draw. It's just consolidating, right?
Yep. Take it, like, go back to the weekly.
That's a 50 pipper. Okay.
That should be definition enough right there. You
That should
get
be what?
definition enough not to mess with it.
Yeah, I
Because,
don't want to touch it while it's in the piano keys.
yeah, if it,
But,
if it breaks, yeah, but I think
but
it'd have to
whoops.
break up there.
If it breaks out of these piano keys, that's where we had our other positions. Bring it down to the daily, it's the same logic. It would break that high. So if it's making a trend up, the next move should break this high, which gets us in this trade to catch it. How many pips are we talking? Well, that's only 20 pips. We placed a trade for 20 pips.
Mm.
I guess we did. 30. Oh, there's just not a lot of pips in this pair. Yeah, this pair is just not a big mover.
Kind of looks like it's gonna do that though
Well, if
for
it
the
does,
next.
I'm not going to play. Because it's been in this zone for days. Well, you know what? Let me not say that. That's 50 pips. That's more than what we're getting on the top.
But same it is, if it goes long, it's gonna go, my guess, and this is, that it would go, yeah, you got some resistant points and it might retrace a little bit, but then I think it would keep on going.
I think so. And see, here's the thing. This is the box. We need to draw boxes. Because that helps us visually. This is the actual box, right? Trying to get it as clean as possible. Like though I think those are outliers.
Mm-hmm. Even though you have two
If
of
I
them.
if I put it on the body right there, I got that little body. I could put it right there, okay? So I got two little outliers. That's a great double bottom on a daily. Yeah, that's a double bottom. That means up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I don't want to mess with it
Or
while it's in this zone. Oh, go ahead.
it could, now if it does that, that would be,
A triple bottom.
mm-hmm.
But either way, we don't want to catch, we want buy, but the high probability buy is on the top side of the zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's where our trades are. Current price is a breakout retest. And see, this broke out. It was a beautiful breakout. Retest, no follow through, failure. We're back in. But that's because this larger retest had not occurred yet. So we didn't set ourselves up for that risk. We set ourselves up for the probability if it continues up, then we get in. So we knew this risk was on the table. It happened. We didn't play a trade on it, but it happened. So now that this is off the table, this retest has happened, its follow through can occur. So we're back at the breakout retest behavior. If this confirms with a 3-bar reversal and price above this shelf, we want to be in buys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then these old trades are still good. We've just been waiting for this move for 2 weeks. But we didn't want to do it last time because of this. This was a real possibility. We knew the retest of this breakout price had not occurred, and we didn't want to ride that down. Well, that's off the table now. So now it's a much cleaner buy. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you haven't gotten in yet. You just are waiting for the
Right.
trigger.
We've never gotten in because our trades are up here.
Right.
Actually,
And
I think I
that's,
did get in on that wick. I did, and I closed it manually. I remember that. But that was like a 20 pip scalp. I didn't make, loads of money off of that.
mhm.
I still like the same trades. What I think I'll do is move it to this fractal because that's the most recent fractal. So I think I'll move these guys to there. And then the same stop loss, 25 pips, just to be back into that zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if we make a higher high, this would be a new high for this whole piece of structure. If that happens, it should play out. It should. Woulda, shoulda, coulda,
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to ask for that much money? Oh, I think these are all still good because they're still structure based. Just manage exits better. That's what we're doing. We're paying more attention to exits. If we see a 3-bar confirmation against us, we're getting out now. instead of letting it ride. Oh, and we'll look for that on the 12-hour, the 4-hour. Man, it's only 10 o'clock on a Friday. Saturday. What the hell is today?
Saturday the 6th.
Yeah. I still like this trade. I like it better than I
Okay.
did because that has occurred and that's off the table. So if we come back down in here, then we're consolidating.
Hmm.
Okay. Euro yen. Yeah, these played out. May not want to touch it now. We keep getting this increasing momentum. She's holding that. That is a 3-bar reversal with confirmation. And that candle, that's a continuation pattern where it just kind of sits there, and then that's green. So we should see more upside. The problem is the magical trade. Yeah, larger trade entry. The magical trade it still hasn't hit. See, that's the magical price. And I think everybody knows it, and that's why price isn't going there. Japan's not letting it happen.
No, I was gonna say.
So
Yeah,
I'm still biased.
I hold to my original thought of a few weeks ago that I'm just staying. If anything, I'd go short, but it's not. That wouldn't work right now either. So.
Well, I'm not interested in shorts till we break this momentum and this support, right? But you got 200 pips of short money down there. So that's a great short. Shorting right here, you're going to get buyers in 50.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't touch it
Yeah.
now. I'm just saying that if I do anything, it's going to be short, but it's not. It's not. It wouldn't be appropriate right now with the way it's set up.
Right. I don't know that buys are appropriate either. I think I got my money on my buys. Let's go to the 12-hour. That's a 3-bar. That is a higher high. This could be a cup and handle formation.
Mm-hmm.
Could be. Because this would be the cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the handle, which means our stop is right there, which kind of lines up with both this support that it's on, that it bounced off of, and the trend support. It needs a little more time. These trades are no good. They played out. They made us our money. We could do a buy like this because that is a 3-bar. There's no confirmation, but that is a 3-bar. The buy looks like that for the cup and handle. That's no good. But the break above there, that's the magical trade. So I don't think we can get in it. I just think I leave the alert and then just send everybody a message when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's pinched so much that there's no good money in this zone, this little pinch area. It's got to break, and we just got to wait.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking. But you got sales really juicy down below, and you got buys really juicy above.
Maybe.
What do you mean maybe?
On the go along, I just like you mentioned earlier, I just don't think that they're going to let it happen like that.
They have said no once, twice, 3 times. They've said no 3 times, but it's failed all 3 times. And the amount of money on that top side
it's significant.
Like that's the next resistance. 500 pips. You could put a 0.01 and retire. Well, maybe not, but
Yeah.
It's not going to shoot straight there. It's going to finagle. But anyway, I'm going to leave the alert because that's our magical trade. I'm also going to put an alert on this bar because if she decides not to do it, this one right here, this is our sell time. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Break back below this piece, and this is going to be a double top, and there are...
That's breaking the M too.
It creates an M, double top, right off an all-time high area. Well, not all-time, but a major high area. You got 50 pips to the first. You got 100 pips there. You got 200 pips there. Back to the trend is 260. There's good money on the downside. That'll probably put money in our bank accounts for a few weeks. while we wait for this one. And it may never come back. But alert there and alert on this. And let me draw it out a little further. Oh, I put an alert on this.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And that'll be a new low. But it's higher high right now. See, we have a lower low and a higher high. Don't want to trade that. Okay. I have an alert on him. Euro NZD. We were buying. I got my money off this guy. But does it still exist? Okay, so here's what the weekly's doing. Oh, we got a lot of numbers here. That's the 20. Okay, that's why we have that number. Okay. Let me clean that up. So this is the zone. I really need to draw these zones as zones. I could do it to the wick. I could do it to the body. Body right there. So that's the zone that it's in, right? Kind of in the middle of it. We have a W that's in process. That's cool. So on the daily side, see, there's that W, right? We drew a line off of it. Main one and main one observe open. Oh, okay. And we wanted buys. Probably playing that same W. Yeah, let me clear off these. Those were our first resistances.
Retest right there.
Yeah, looks like she's retest process. How many pips is that? That's 100 pips down there. Hi, boo. What you doing? Hi. Yeah. What you want? What you want? Okay. You want attention? Okay, we'll get attention. Yeah. No, we're gonna sneeze. Yeah, that's disgusting.
How many animals do you have running around there anyway?
Hello, I just got 2 dogs in the house.
Uh,
Okay, there you go. They don't understand you're working. They just understand throw the ball. So if we're in the retest process, we want some real confirmations back to the upside, right?
mm-hmm.
All right.
But look
This
at all
could
those
be
wicks. Look at all those wicks on the top side
Yeah,
of the
and
daily.
it's curved. So this could be an
Yeah.
upside down cup and handle, right?
Uh-huh.
So if we know those warning signs, does this test it? Ooh, that could be the test because it's not body, it's the wick, right? It's the zone. So if we're on the buy side and we're making arguments for buys, that's the retest. This is the confirmation, but it's not above. Let me go to 12 hour. So there's your 3. It's not confirmed. It's a 3 bar. And we're giving this some real leniency on the retest zone. Like we're not retesting a price, we're retesting a zone here. So that to me is too weak to buy here.
Mm-hmm. Buy when it gets past that and sell down here.
Well, I wouldn't sell till it fails the W, which would be here. I would sell there because the W has the power until it breaks back into its midpoint. So the sell from there to there, that's 150 pips. So sells are great, right? Like I'll put an alert on this for sure because that's a failure. But if we're playing the odds of the W. Okay, wait a minute. If this is a reverse cup and handle, the cup should come all the way down to here and create the handle. Unless it's doing it off of this, and then it's just going to be a little cup and handle to this. That's basically going to tell you we're retesting this again, but it's already retested it once. See, a second retest doesn't have that buy probability that it had here. So if we're playing down here, I don't want to trade. How much space is this? It's 100 pips. I don't
And
want to
then if
trade
it,
the W while it's here.
and
Let me
then if
put
it
it that
broke,
way.
yeah, and if it broke that, how far
That's
down?
clean selling.
Yeah, how far down to there?
You're gonna have your first bit of resistance in like 30 pips, but you're gonna have 140 pips there, 200 pips there, and you go to the bottom of the zone, you got 400 pips. There's great sell money if price is down there.
Hmm.
If we're still believing in the W, because it's a really nice W, it's had its breakout and retest. It's simply not having its follow through because of major resistance right here that it touched. And this is rounding. I don't want to get back. I already made my money first that I could on the W. I don't think we should get back into the W. So we're below. Let me clean this out. It's got great structure. We're below, retesting that. How much money is from there to there? 60 pips. Honestly, I think I would not want to touch it until it popped this yellow line,
Uh-huh.
because that yellow line is this resistance that's giving it hell, right? And it came off of it.
How many pips from there to there?
That's 100. How many are we supposed to see from the W? We're supposed to get 400 from the W,
Yeah.
which puts us back at the top. That's all this W is going to do, is put us back at the top of the range.
Hmm.
Which that's fine. That makes sense. And it's not going to do it in one move.
And
The
you
thing is,
take a look at, whoa,
oh, sorry.
back up. Can you back up a little bit? Yeah, you take a look at that.
That W sure did it.
Well, that M.
And that M did it. But those were cleaner also. See how they were down,
Uh-huh.
up, down, up, up, down, up, down. This one's,
Yeah.
they were a lot cleaner. Hey, Danny. Well,
Morning. Sorry I'm late. I was I said Debbie was going to be gone. I didn't think about seeing her. I'd been here
I know.
earlier.
I know. She's running the whole show nowadays, isn't she?
Hey, morning, Danny.
Yeah. Morning, Tom. I but appreciate you doing this.
Well, we're still doing the chart read. Let's
Oh,
see. See, the other thing I don't like, if we block this as a zone, it's at the 50. That's why we're having so much trouble making a decision.
Hmm. Are we going to be in a consolidation?
See, if you look at these legs, time cycles, this thing was in it for 9 12-hour bars. This one was 10 12-hour bars. Then they got bigger and became 18, right? Now, this W has been a W. Yeah, 87 bars. See that? And the bottom of that one is 47 bars. So this one's way more elongated. So what I'm suggesting is, because it had this straight line, one in there long, one in there long, one in there long, time-wise, and it shot straight up. This one had longer time cycles to create its M, shot straight down though. So that doesn't quite add up. But this one has really long time cycles to create its W.
Hmm.
So to expect a shoot is a little unreasonable, I think. And we're not getting the straight shoot. I don't think, I'm doing a lot of convincing to get into buys or sells, which means there's probably not a trade here.
Yeah.
Until it breaks above there, then we can finish it, or breaks below there, and then we can play the downside.
Hmm. And really, as you kind of alluded to, there is no history for it to be in a situation like that for very long.
Well, if we adjust this, it was in this zone, 57 bars. 56, 12-hour bars. Let's go to the day. It'll be easier to translate, right? It was in this zone. $30 days, 29 days.
Mm-hmm.
So we are in this zone right now, 13 days.
So
We could be in here another 2 weeks.
Right.
And I'm purely basing that on the history of time cycle. That is all I'm basing that on, right? But this was also cleaner. It was up, down, up, down. This is rounding. And it's wiggling and piano keys.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm out on Euro NZD this week. I am going to put I got an alert on this guy, and I'm going to put an alert on this top one too. Because if it breaks one of those, we have a sell or a buy, right? A pretty clean one. Okay, well, he's off the table for this.
Those alerts that you put, do they make the trade, or do you just go look at it?
You go look at it. It sends it. You can tell it to go, like if you go to the alert itself, you can tell it. I have it notify me on the app on my cell phone. It'll show a pop up on my computer. It'll show a pop up here, and you can click it, and it'll go right to the pair. I don't have it send an email because I get so many spam emails I wouldn't pay attention to it. And I have it play a sound, and it'll send a text to an alternative email, which.
And then you tell us about it too on the long term, right?
Yeah,
you alert us?
But that's if I'm like awake.
Yeah.
Josh,
and then what do you just watch it then and like maybe wait for a pullback to enter?
I wait for confirmations. Yeah. So like I've got it right here, right? So what I'm looking for is, so it'll trigger, price will be doing this, right? With some candle. And what I'll do is I'll go down to the 4 hour and kind of check it over 4 hours. Because what I'm looking for is a break, a retest.
You're right.
And then a confirmation. And then my stop loss is going to be there. And I'm going to do a take profit like right there. But I am looking for a confirmation off of this, not just get in because it triggered. Same here.
Hey, I'm going to take a short, hey, morning, Norma. I'm going to take a short break. Norma. I'll be right back.
Okay. So with the alerts, we got plenty of time.
Yeah. So you wouldn't put a pending order?
No.
Just wait for the market. Okay.
Yeah. Because it could absolutely wick you. Like
yeah.
Like it did right here. If I'd have set a pending on that, I'd be in the trade and losing. Whereas if I came to the chart and looked at it, there's no way I'd sell that.
Right.
The wick.
Right.
Yeah. So the alerts will just get you to pay attention to the pair for the next day.
Yeah. Okay, dope.
Okay. Hey, Norma. Euro USD has been not my favorite pair for 2 months now.
Yeah, that's been tough.
Well, because it's been pinching and we've been running out of space in the pinch. You see that? Like I drew this, you had this high and you had this low. And this is the weekly. So I drew this and it's just hung to it. Like I drew this weeks and weeks ago. And I mean, it is just hit that one, 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 hit that one. And I've got this last high and this last low identified right here. So it's kind of made this cool flag. I don't know if that's intentional, but it's kind of cool. But I just don't like it because there's no space left in this pinch.
No. I mean, you can even just scalp it just on the lower.
Well, scalping has been hell too because it's just erratic.
That's what it's been just as.
And here's the daily. Okay, so we do have a pop out. And my experience with these pinches, it'll like if it's popping out of the bottom to the last low, it usually breaks out to the top side. So I certainly don't want to mess with the thing down here because there's no reversal. No. This is day. What we have technically is we're retesting the breakout of the pinch. We have a 3-bar reversal, no confirmation to the next price. Like past this one promised us this price, but we're at this price with that same candle. So I'm saying that the confirmation to the top side is when price is above here. And she's not doing that. She tried, she rejected. That could be a good
Yeah.
apex at the resistance for more downside on the daily. So not a fan right now. Certainly not a fan after that. I still don't think I want to touch
Right.
Euro USD because how much money is here? There's 87 pips still there, but you're wrong in 115 now.
Yeah. Mhm.
But if you want to short it for a quickie, you could. You get 40 for 100. That's a 2-to-1. A little better than that, but this is the higher high. Why would you sell?
Yeah.
And you're technically back in the pinch zone, barely,
Mhm.
with a wick way down to there. This is just, it's too messy to me.
Yeah, I did, especially with everything that's going on in the, whether it's economic or political or whatever you want to call it, man.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of
I,
that
I
lately.
don't think I don't think nobody knows what it's going to do.
I don't think they know what they're doing.
No, yeah, I'm convinced of that.
I'm
Not sure
pretty
who
sure
you're
they don't
talking.
know.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not sure who you're talking
yeah,
about, but I agree.
that's about the only sure, that's the only sure thing I'm sure about. Hmm.
I am 100% convinced the world, a 5-star general that I used to work for told me to not worry about all the people running the world because the world is run by C-class students. He said,
Yeah,
you just do your job and your shit and don't worry about whatever
yep,
it is that they take because they made
yep,
C's in high school and college.
yep, yep,
Good morning,
yep.
everybody.
Hey,
Chacho,
Norma.
I noticed that
Morning.
that's probably a wolf wave. If you squish it up just a little more, you can there.
Okay. How do you draw that wolf wave?
Okay, how do I?
There should
How
be
do
a pin on the left. Or you might have to hit the annotate button at the bottom, I think. It looks like a
Yeah,
pencil.
lower left corner,
Yeah.
Norma.
Okay.
You notice everybody got quiet when Norma mentioned wolf wave. They're like, oh, we're gonna get some
Yeah, because
magic.
I didn't see
I
it.
don't see these.
I'm not
Okay.
seeing it.
There's a. This is a 1. I'm going to call it 1, and this is 2 up here.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
3.
I see it. I see it.
Okay, now I do. I didn't.
So you do
didn't look
1,
up, but it is.
2 to
Three.
3,
Three is
3 to
Oh,
three's
4.
lower.
Yeah. Okay, but there.
Yeah.
Whoop, I'm sorry. How do I undo that?
Is that you?
Yeah, where's the eraser? Thank you.
All right, I cleared it.
Okay, so there are only 2 lines you need to draw.
Okay.
Yeah, and these are going to extend from 1 through 3 on out. So it'll be, yeah, thanks. And
Whoops.
then you do 1 through 4 and extend that on out. And those usually give you the places where it's going to go
Wait a minute. Let me.
for wave 5, and then a change of direction after 5.
So this is 1 to 3,
Yeah.
which would be the
Yeah.
bottom of that zone wolf wave. Okay. And then you draw 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3. Is this 4 right here?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
right.
it is.
Okay,
But-
so then you
but-
would draw.
But I
This.
apologize. Yeah, but I'm looking at this wrong. What you had up when I first clicked on was a wolf wave, but this looks more like a head and shoulders. I'm sorry.
Oh, this
So-
guy? Yeah.
I don't think this is a wolf wave, but the way you do it is exactly what you just drew. And then it would first, you'll first probably go up and touch the green line above and
This
then
one?
drop, and then drop down to the green line below, somewhere off to the right.
Well, and is this true for this 0.5? This is the fifth point, right?
No, that-
No, the fifth point has to be lower than the third,
Yeah,
or the
it
way
has
I
to,
understand
it
it.
has to come down here. And
Right.
see, that's on the
Come down into
inside.
there. Yeah,
right,
and then,
But-
and then make it.
yeah, and so then it would have to go up to touch the green one after that, the one above after that.
So, but
So-
if this little bloop was down here, then your stop loss would of course be right there and your take profit would be this green line. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
okay.
this, I'm sorry, I saw something different when I turned on, I think it was a different wolf wave, so I apologize, just forget.
Oh,
the
no,
whole
you're
thing.
good. We always learn a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, because boy, I wasn't seeing it. But yeah,
Yeah, it's not there, but when you're wondering if you connect a 1-3 and a 1-4, you will see where it's going.
mhm.
It really works well.
But it works on those outside ranges, right? Hence this 0.5 has to be lower than 0.4.
Yeah, usually.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. But we almost had it. Oh, hush. Go get you some food. What do you want? Oh, I was using his dog bed as a foot rest. He wants my feet out of his bed. Sorry. Okay. I have removed my feet from the dog's bed. Things are acceptable now.
Can you lift him up? Can we see him?
Oh, he's like 80 pounds. Loki, are you mad? You want to come here? You want to come here? All right, let me see. How did I do this? No, I think I have to remove. Loki, come here. You come here. Are you mad because I was in your bed? Come here. Come here. Oh, are we coming up? Oh, yep. Oh, there we go. Can we see him? Can we see? Oh, no, you're stepping on me. Yep.
What
Hi.
a sweetheart.
Hi. You want to look at the camera? Uh-oh, here's his brother. Hi, Boo. Hi, Loki. Yes. Hi, Boo. Okay, so you get a paw and maybe a little face there. Little face? No. Okay.
Good boy.
Are you
Thank
coming
you.
up, Boo? Okay, come here. Okay, here's Blue. Yeah.
Oh,
No, you
hi,
don't
Blue.
look. Don't see. There's a camera.
Hi,
See the
Blue.
camera? Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, it's the upward. Yeah. Are you shedding? Yeah, you're shedding, getting hair everywhere.
Thank you.
Ooh, you need a bath. You're getting a bath today. You too. Don't even look at that. Y'all stink. You get a bath. Okay. So I don't think anybody likes Euro USD. Pound dollar. Yeah. Yeah.
Pound
you're
Elsie.
bad. I got dog hair. Pound Aussie. Yeah, excuse me. So we had this uptrend and we've been consolidating. What? All right, everybody's mad. Kind of made, it's like a failed head and shoulders and we just came back in. Let's try it. Let me draw these. Oh, I know. I'm out of your bed. If that's our zone, how would we do this zone? Do we like this one? I don't know that I like that one. I think I like that one better because it kind of comes off these guys. And that's just an outlier, right? That's different zone. This has failed. We are, whoa, whatever that button does. We're no longer in the uptrend. We're in consolidation.
Go to your
Yeah.
daily.
I think that's got to be the zone, though. We are in the middle of it, though. See, we're still at the 50.
That's
Oh,
so-
we have a technical sell on the daily.
Right.
We got any money? We go to here. That's 150 pips. We got some money. What are we risking? 80? Let's see if we pull this down to. I think it's that one, that one. That's the most recent body though, so that may be the one it retests. It kind of retested and failed. And that's that wick and that body. That's a pretty clean. So that's a good break. It hits, tests the 50 of this range, fails, breaks. We should retest the breakout price. Did we? You could kind of argue it if you do it on this one. You could kind of argue it. But so the safe play is, of course, the fractal, right?
Yeah, just get in down here.
But how's the money? So if we get in on the fractal, so 1.75. And there's your confirmation, right? While it finagles.
And get out there.
Let's see. There's a few shelves on the way down. This might not be the best drawn. If you do it there, that's kind of the body of this range, right? That you're probably going to get your first bit of buyers off of this right here, because that's pretty strong. So that's not near so good on the money side. That's not even a 1-to-1 to play that fractal. So if you get in with that being the failure, and you put a pending at the breakout price, that's a lot more money. But you might have missed it right there. See? So why does the stop have to be that high? The stop could be that candle, because if we break back up in there above here, then we're going back into that zone. So why give all that money back? Then you don't even have to play to the bottom of the zone. You could just play to the bottom of that wick. And now you got a 2-to-1.
Only reason I'd give it any more, and that's because it's a pound pair.
Does pound wicks.
It's because it has them wicks on them pounds. Sometimes they'll go up and just tap it and then turn.
Which is what it did. Which is what it did.
Yeah.
It's wiki.
Yeah, that's but I would do I'd do the pending order thing, but I think I would give it, just because it's a pound pair, I would go ahead and give it that little extra, and then just watch it, and if it was going to go, just get out.
Okay, so I gave it instead of being at this wick, I gave it a little
Y-
extra. Still makes it
little
1.5.
extra.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? So there's a few options on this guy, it seems. How much money are we
Mhm.
talking? That's 100 pips right there, just if it stays in this range.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good money.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a sale. And that's just back to the bottom. If we don't do the wick, we just do the body. We don't get
Mhm.
greedy.
Yeah.
That's still
Yeah.
100
If you get
pips.
back down, yeah. I mean, even that, you could go ahead and secure it and probably catch 50 if it didn't.
Mm-hmm. Just watch price action down here.
Yeah,
Secure it real
just
tight.
watch it. Yeah, if you wanted to let it.
The extra.
Well,
Or place
correct.
another one on the other side of the fractal.
Yeah, and then go ahead
And
and
not even worry about it, because there's your
yeah.
confirmation. That's pretty much that guy's stop loss, right? Just do the fractal of the stop loss.
Yeah.
And you still got a 1.3.
Yeah.
You're risking 50 for 70. Both of those look real good.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that one. I'll have to watch Sunday. See how it opens. And
Yeah.
so if this was the retest and the failure, you're not going to get back in this guy, but you can get this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Pound CAD, we just had alerts. We didn't like him very much. Ooh, that's wonky. Oh, because yeah, we're doing this pinch, and we're getting less and less and less. However, there's 180 pips left, and on the weekly, we have a 3-bar reversal. No confirmation, but a 3-bar right on this trend line. Might be some money here. 3-bar confirmation to this price. That fractal right there might be good money. Like you could play it to the top, almost get a 1-to-1. And you tighten it, that you could get a 1-to-1 on that break, which it almost hit. Of
Wouldn't you
course,
be a
that's the
little,
daily.
where would you get in? Right here?
Yeah, the break of that fractal,
Oh, okay.
this one.
Be
But I'm on the
careful
daily
with,
right now. Yeah,
be
see, there's
careful with
a
that.
yeah, there's a lot of resistance right there. Lot right there. What is this? What is this? We're above that. That's good. Are we above this? We're above that. Want to be above this. I don't want to trade in this pinch at all. Wait, get above there. What does a 12-hour tell us? There, you're just going to hit sellers right there.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting a V reversal though. So if that's the case, then you wouldn't want to do the trade till you break above, right? But your most probable bet's right there. That's 40 pips. It's just getting too tight.
Yeah.
It's just getting too tight. All right. Pound Swiss. We were in buys. Looks like we got our money and then it rejected hard. What's this? Look to get into buys. I think we did. We can get rid of that alert. That's a huge rejection off a major support, I'm assuming. That's a good resistance up there. It did create a fractal, which is cool. Yeah, let's clean some of this up. Oh, so we have an alert on that. I clean this up a little bit with the new price action. Okay, so I made this line match these guys a little better. The wick, these bodies, this guy. It's a little messy down there. If I do that right there, that's a little bit better. Okay, so, well, kind of goes right along those bodies and that guy. Okay, so that's a little cleaner. Now draw this guy out. Let's see. I'm just trying to touch the most bodies I can. Don't really have any new data on the top side. Okay. So it's staying in this bottom of this zone really well. Rejected, but it's starting to reject real hard off each side. Y'all see that? Like it's rejection gone to the bottom. We're at the bottom. We're supposed to have a couple bars of follow through on this sell, but it's at a double support, the trend and this one. I mean, it's at those two supports. So should be a great buy. But nothing is saying buy. That's a sell. That's a sell. And our buys, we cashed out of all of those guys. So he's no good. He's no good. We got stopped out of that guy. So those buys are still good on the top side. This is a sell alert. I'm going to move it Let's see. As soon as we break this, oh, hang on, everybody's got to go outside. Okay. If we break this price, we're breaking this trend, we're breaking this support, we have an M on the table. There's 36 pips to that one, 50 pips to that, and we got 100 pips to there. So there's a great sell opportunity there, but all the bias is pointing up, right? Okay, okay. Here's our weekly, and we've got this huge up run. But we are at, yeah, I need to draw that. Okay, this is our consolidation we're in. We are approaching the top of that consolidation pretty hard. So if we go to the daily, and that's just that run, it touched, which one did it touch? This yellow one? So this yellow one is that wick. So it could have touched the top. Let me get rid of that guy. If we consider that as the touch of the top, and this is the apex with a double top on bodies and an M, I'm for sales when it gets down there. Even if it's just a there, we can clean it up later, right? But that's essentially the trade. If that happens, but it has not broken the uptrend, so nothing says sell. We're simply sitting at the best possible buy price without a confirmation, without any 3-bar confirmation saying buy, right? But it is literally the best buy price that we've drawn. I don't think I've ever seen it at the actual intersection. No, head and shoulder. Everything's pointing down. So I don't think I want to get in it. What are y'all thinking?
I'd leave it alone.
Leave it alone. So I've got an alert for the sale. Unless y'all see something wrong with that logic, that seems to be a great sell.
No, I
But
mean,
not,
that'd
yeah,
be the
not,
direction. Yeah,
yeah, not until then. However,
right.
if we get this price, then we're in the buys, right? Because we'll have our 3-bar and our confirmation off of the trend along with the bias.
Yep.
I say check price action every time. Well, let's see, that's the 4-hour. So if we go down to the 4-hour and make sure everything's right. If we get it above there, an alert, then we've got our 3-bar reversal somewhere, and that is our confirmation price.
Can I
So I'll
interrupt?
set, yeah, go ahead. Or no? Okay. So I'll just shrink these up so we can see them. We have a great stop loss on it, and we could play it back to the top. You're still looking at a 1-to-1. That's 50 pips. That's not terrible. Yeah, but I don't want to touch it right now because it's not telling me anything.
Yeah, them pound pairs, I don't know what I ever did to them. I just don't have, other than a wolf wave pattern, that's about the only time I trade a pound pair. I get snake bit every time.
That's me and UJ. I've almost quit. I don't think I've traded UJ all year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I got alerts on this guy. He's going to be a purple. GJ. Okay, what are we thinking? We were wanting a buy. That looks like a magical. Yeah, GJ magical buy. That's that magical same if the Japan breaks the top, we're getting in all these buys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're playing that zone right there. Okay. So this is the resistance it was on. It broke it, retested it. It's continuing, but God, the follow through is weak. This is the little danger zone. Broke way out. Oh, it's just not making a decision.
Yeah,
So we
but
broke
that was,
back in.
it'll be okay.
Go ahead, Norma.
That was Friday. It'd probably be okay to go on up.
Yeah, this one.
Yes.
So this is the current breakout, retest, holding. So a buy here, if we move this to there, and we just get in Sunday, well, all we're promised is right there, right? So if this remains the magical buy, I'll just leave him over there because that's the magical buy. If we get in Sunday, and we just go to the last high, we don't ask for any more money than that. That's still 187 pips. So let's go down and see what the 12 hours is telling us. So there's your breakout, your retest. If that's the apex, then we're wrong right there. And we asked for the last high with kind of a wonky W based on a breakout, retest, apex logic, this being support. That's still a 2-to-1 trade. That's pretty good.
Mhm.
That's what you're seeing, Norma?
Yes. But if it goes down, we'll have an easy, what do you call
So,
it? What do you, can't think what you call it when you put your order in ahead of time. Yeah, it'll be an easy sell.
A pending order?
Pending.
So basically, if we're stopped out of this one, you would short it
Absolutely.
because your risk is pretty much 80 and your money is, dear God, 200. Yep, this is absolutely a great, if you're wrong, get into the other Rex logic.
yeah.
I like this one. It's still not the magical trade yet, and I think I'm going to move the magical alert to above there because it's made that, but it didn't hold. So I'm going to move the magical trade to there. Does that make sense? Because it's got like 500 pips to the top side or some ridiculous mess. Pull that down a little bit to the body. Okay, what is it? 4 hour? What is it telling us? 3-bar with confirmation. 4-bar looks great. So we should see this price at least. And even if you just go to that price, there's still 50 pips. That's not terrible. Okay, just watch the price action around there. Pound New Zealand. We were in buys. Looks like we got out of some of them. Yep, these were profitable. Okay, we have a reversal on the weekly. We have an apex with 3-bar. No confirmation, but we do have an apex and 3-bar. Not really for any reason. There's no price back here. Okay. Why did we stop there? Oh, okay. So this shelf got it. This shelf right here. Okay. So I don't think those old trades are good with this new price action. Well, let me see. No, I don't think these are good with this new price action. We made our money. That's it for that guy. So here's our major support. Maybe come up to this body a bit. Nose of wicks. So we got these bodies, kind of that wick, those two wicks, kind of those two. So if we're doing a breakout retest, went to their apex 3-bar confirmation sell, got that. We're just kind of sitting here. And what's our main bias? It's buy, but we have a 3-bar reversal with apex on the weekly. That's a warning to the down. Definitely get out of buy signal, right? But I don't want to sell here. A sell below here would be magical. How many pips? 60 pip movement opens up the door for, well, 30 pips to there, and then 170 pips to there. You might get some there. There's 100 pips. So the sell looks pretty good underneath there. So we can do a sell alert. You could buy off of this because it's above the structure. You have a 3-bar reversal. This is just Friday on the 12-hour. No confirmation, but a 3-bar reversal. So your trade is clean. And you know when you're wrong within 50 pips. Even if you trade it back to the top side. You could trade it to the shelf. You're still 1.5-ish. 1.65 to 1. That's still a great trade monetarily, right? You just don't have any confirmation on the 12. 4-hour, we kind of do. Because, well, let me see. How are we with this structure? We're underneath that structure. So we have not defeated these guys yet. It tried, came back below, but it is sitting like right on that line. So if this is cup and handling, you could wait for this fractal. Which is, this has a messy top. It really does. But all this bar, this bar, this bar, and this bar have failed to retrace 50% of this candle, which gives buy bias. But according to Rex logic, where's my follow through? Not getting it. What are y'all thinking?
Yeah, I just wait and see what price does.
That's a warning. That's a 3-bar reversal on the weekly. And the daily has confirmation. It's just immediately at buyers. It might be risky to take buys until we break that fractal. And what is that fractal on the wiki? That would be that wick, which sends you back into this stuff. I mean, that would be great. I just don't like the 3-bar reversal on the weekly. That's keeping me out of it. But I put an alert on this guy. If we get below there, that's a good sell and lines up with the 3-bar weekly reversal.
Take a look at all the wicks on the up top side of the daily though.
Yeah, wick, 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 wick.
Mhm.
They're losing that. They're losing this fight for sure. No, and see, yeah, wick, wick, wick. They lost. I'm thinking I like sales, but I don't want to get in until after here because then the trade looks like you could do it to this structure piece right here and a little bit above for a wick or whatever, right? That's still 100 pips. Let's go to the 12-hour, see if we get something cheaper. even if you just do it to right there, that's 200 pips on the downside. And you're risking 100 pips on the top side. But that's with this structure. It'll give us new structure down there. Honestly, I'd put it right. I'd probably put it right above that right there. How many pips is that? 50? Okay, I got with the dogs in. It's starting to rain. But what I'm thinking is because if it breaks back into this structure piece, then it's going to consolidate and it's going to play up here. Why give all that money back if it's going to play up there anyway? When breaking back into this structure is telling you the cell is wrong after it's broken below here. And there's two great fractals down here and this structure body piece and this structure, and we want on the other side of it. So we do something like that. That should be, unless it's just an ugly wick, that should be good confirmation for the cells to start working. But let me grab the dogs. They're going to be wet and stinky. What do y'all think on the short of this guy? Word on it. Did y'all all vanish too?
No, I just,
Still here.
We just got a lot of price kind of in the
That's-
middle and process of making decisions.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
week.
Yep.
I'd be waiting for this one.
yeah, me too.
And I definitely want to see a breakout retest failure. Not
Mhm.
just, I don't want to just see it pop its head down here. I want to see it confirmed. Okay, so pound dollar. We bought. Looks like we got it. Let's see. What you doing? Oh. That's the 50. So we have an alert there too. Okay, so we're on the upside of the 50 of that move. This is the range we're playing. We had a breakout. We're right at the 50 though.
You say you've already got a buy on that one?
We did last week. See, we entered down
You
there.
did last week. Yeah.
But that's kind of played out because it was at the bottom. So we got so if this is the
Right.
range, that is the bottom. That was a great buy, right? 3-bar confirmation buy. This is another buy. It's a great buy. It's 3-bar,
Yeah.
confirmation above.
Mhm.
We tested huge rejection. We rejected off the base of it along with that whole move. This is a great buy on the daily
Right.
to the top to here. Let's say it's just to there. Let's say we just go to the top of this one. That's all we're asking for. It's still 140 pips. Okay.
Mhm.
And we're wrong on the bottom, right? 100 to 140. That's a 1.3. Okay. Let's see if we can clean this up. 12-hour. This looks real good.
Yeah.
See, that body is still holding above quite a bit of this structure. I think though, if we move our stop loss to here. Well, that's actually the trade. What's this alert? Possible Rex box buy. Yeah, we got it. Okay, let's see. What's the 4-hour tell us? Oh, well, that's beautiful. Yeah. So if we move that to there, we really know we're wrong. Why give it the extra
Yeah.
30 pips? We know we're wrong there because we're going to go down here, and that's this outer edge of this. This is really the bottom of the zone. This is that outer edge. Why give that back? So you got a tweezer bottom off of a breakout rejection. I kind of like this as a buy. It's the bottom of the zone. Even if you caught it, I had it pending on one, so I caught this, right? But even if you were waiting, this is your confirmation bar. It just happens to be really big.
Doesn't get
And-
much better.
Do what, Norma?
I say it doesn't get much better.
Yeah, this one just looks great. Let's hope we don't jinx it. I mean, you've had the confirmation, 3-bar reversal at the bottom of the zone. The retest behavior has been rejected hugely. We're back at the entry area. There's got to be something wrong with it. No, I like this one. I'm going to take this one. I'm just going to take it to this this last high right here. Try not to be too greedy. What kind of money are we asking? It's still 150 pips. We're risking 70. It's a 2-to-1. Yeah. Taking that one.
Yep.
I love that one. It means it's going to go down. That's what that means. All right, NZD CAD. Let's see. We did not take it last week. Aha! We haven't. Oh, you were saying something, Norma?
I wanted to see how far we go before we run into resistance from the left on the GU.
Oh,
Sorry.
good point. No, good point. We check it on the 12-hour. So there's going to be a bit of resistance here.
Yeah.
There's going to be a bit of resistance here. And this is some good resistance, right? It goes all the way to here. There's a bit there. And then it's that's the top of the zone. So actually, if I clean that up down to there on the 12-hour, that's the top of this zone. See the wick, these 3 wicks right here, kind of goes through the middle of those. But that's about all we'll get.
It's a center area then. Thank you.
Yeah. So you're going to see some sellers here, and you're going to see some sellers here-ish. And actually, if I clean this guy up, well, then I'm always at the other one. So yeah, you're going to get your first ones right here. So if you break this into 3 trades, 50 pips, 90 pips, 140 pips. I'm going to break it into 3.
Thanks.
I like that. That's a good call, Norma. Because then I'm putting money in the account every time. See, I have a shorter stop loss on this guy. This is what I'm thinking. Because it's not going to go straight through. It's going to hit there and bounce off. It's going to hit there and bounce off. It's going to hit there and bounce off. So why not put the money in my pocket? Actually, this will probably be up there somewhere. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So 2 trades to start. Get out of the first one at the first sign of sellers. Secure this one at break even, worst case. So I at least have 50 bucks in my account. Even if this comes all the way back down and wipes me out, this is a free trade. Then place another one there to take advantage of those 40 pips and another one there to take advantage of those 50 pips. instead of a single trade trying to get all 140. Yeah, I like that. Thanks, Norma. Is that what you were thinking, or did I just make that up?
Yep, that's it. Thanks a lot.
That's a good call. Okay, NZD CAD. Ooh. Weekly, what are you doing? All right, we got that move. You're under the 50. So that retest failed. To go back to the top, right? They failed this fib right there. We have made an M on the W. We have made an M on the weekly. And it broke out and it is retesting the breakout of the M price now. However, it is in conjunction with, see this downtrend, right? Breakout hasn't really touched it for the retest yet. It is in the process of retesting the breakout of this trend. There were some buyers here, which caused that behavior, right? And it's retesting that. So I don't know that I'd play the M. Time is going to create the M. So 220 pips, we should see 220 pips to the downside. And we've only seen 85 of those thus far, right? 220 pretty much puts it all the way back to the bottom. But time, I think, is going to do that in alignment with this trend line. So it'll go up and it'll go boop, 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 boop. So it'll be like over here sometime, probably Monday, June 3rd. Monday the 13th of May. So next week or the week after should be good for shorts. And we know we're immediately wrong when we break that blue bar, because that is the top side of that body of that M. We're wrong pretty close. Okay, so that's the weekly. So this is what it looks like on the daily. Here's that M. Here's that retest it's looking for. Here's the breakout and the retest. It touched it. We are wrong on a sell kind of through there. Make this a yellow, right? We're wrong. Right there, we're wrong. Or the M has failed at that point, is what I'm saying. This is a great retest, but there's nothing telling us to sell. How's the 12-hour? Just a big old wick. How's the 4-hour? An apex with 3-bar, but no confirmation. However, we can clean up our risk and everything if we wait for this fractal, because this structure it created, y'all see that? All this structure? It has this structure right here. If this is the apex, we have the 3-bar, we get the confirmation when we get below this structure, and we get this fractal, we got our sell. And our risk is reduced from way up there to at least right there, which is 50 pips. The other side of this structure it created on the bottom side of the M. And now we're in the larger formation M to retest the breakout price of that other structure. And we can play it either to the top side, which is only 40 pips, or you can play it to the bottom side, which is 70. It's a good 1.5. Kind of clean that up a little bit. You're going to get some resistance right there, though. How does the 12-hour look? So if that's our trade, you're going to get some resistance right there for sure. That's all the way back there. There's some resistance right there.
If you squish up the 12-hour a little bit more so you can see further to the right, okay, right there, that could be looked at as a double-headed head and shoulders, and those are usually pretty powerful if they do drop. If you look at the people in October as a left shoulder, way over to the left farther there, that one.
This is the shoulder. This is the head. This
another head, another head. So I probably look too far out, but it's to keep an eye on.
You're saying, give me my doodler. You're saying shoulder,
Yeah,
head,
head, head.
hunchback shoulder. But see, that also plays that M right there.
Right.
And this is a huge break that it hadn't gotten back above. But you got two alignments, your head and shoulder, that M. We're just in the process of retesting and trying to find the entry. But that does align because we're looking for 220 pips. This is 220 pips, right? 220 puts it right back here.
Okay.
Those kind of things, I think, give it the strength to do that.
Okay.
I think. What are you thinking?
Right. That's a possibility. Yep. Thank
The
you.
thing I like is we immediately know we're wrong right there.
Yeah, I
Worst
like-
case, right there. In which case, we just buy.
Okay. Good.
I really like knowing why I'm wrong because then I can get my money back. Let me make sure I'm not doing tunnel vision. Well, I was going to draw this line over here and say it was testing that.
Good.
If I do that, what does that do to the big picture on the weekly? Let me clean up some of these fibs. I'm trying not to get lost in tunnel vision, right? See, it stays on those, but it comes off of all of those guys to be on those guys. I mean, it's a range anyway. So if we do it in the middle, well, if we touch there, yeah, we're not touching both. We're just not.
If it did change direction to up back in September, November, then it could go up with a whopping move up right from here, but we'll know right away. Could be
And we
a
do have a
ma-
3-bar on the weekly.
could be a major up move right there.
Wait a minute. What did Debbie say about Sean and the V new angle? You start at the first one, right? So this would be the uptrend creation. But this is just not like I could see the top side. The bottom side is just the bottom side is not clean. Let me go to the daily, see if I can find it better there. So that would be your first point. If I clean that up to there, right? And there's your second touch. But the bottom failed. Like even if I drew it like that, it's a cone. But if I drew it like that, see, none of this is clean. The bottom's, if I do it over there, none of this bottom is clean. Kind of there, but it's just, it needs to be like that to be even, but it doesn't touch anything. So if I change it to here, and that first one is just an outlier, that's a cone. Even that's a cone. There's just no clean bottom. Like I said, I've got a clean top. I got this point and I got this point for a reversal. But there's no trend. If we do it from here to here, it's pinching. If I do it way out there, it's almost, right? Kind of there, but it's not touching anything. What if I do it from this guy? That one kind of works, but it's broken already. See, it started to create we had the first, this would be the first bottom. The second time the bottom's tested to be created, it's broken with a vengeance. So I just don't have a clean, I don't have a clean trend to create for what I'm looking for is that reversal, that bounce that Sean talks about. And I'm not getting a nice clean behavior, which tells me maybe this down stuff isn't finished.
Yep.
And so we're not going to get a clean reversal. We're going to get a consolidation, which is fine. That happens all the time after trends, right? After
Yep.
expansions.
Yep.
So if this is what's happening, that's a lot cleaner. Why would we trade? We're kind of, well, no, we're looking for the bottom.
If November is a left shoulder, we've got another possible double-headed goes to go down if we're on the right shoulder right now. So you can just keep an eye on it. It could
Yeah.
easily go back at that blue line.
But with price now, yep, totally agreement with you, Norma. And with price now, I think we're back to our original assessment. We have a clean sell because we know immediately when we're wrong and we can make our money back on the buys. And we've got a lot of pointers. We got the M, the double-headed shoulder. We're below that. We're retesting that. We got a lot of down pointers for the sell side. And we're not entering immediately. We're entering upon a confirmation beneath this structure. You can take that one or that one, however you want to do it. Or enter two.
Does,
What you think,
does
Danny?
this count as a W?
Yes, but it's played out.
But it's over. Okay.
Yeah, because see this leg, you got 30 pips out of it. It promised 30, ended up giving
Yeah.
you 76.
Oh, okay, down here. Oh, I was looking for
Yeah.
it. It's up here. Okay.
And
Okay,
40
I
is
misread.
its, yeah, 40 is its longest leg. And so
Okay,
40 put it right back at that structure.
back up
And
there. Okay,
so the W ended right here. This is just
right
extra.
there.
This is just extra price. But the W
Okay.
did not promise that. The W promised to right here.
Right there. Okay, that's
And it's-
okay.
It's Rex's strong one because it's the second leg is deeper than the first leg. So it's the strong one.
Okay. Okay, Doc. I'm looking at them wrong.
How so? How are you looking at them, bro?
Oh, I was looking at it as this up here is being the W, and then instead of down here where you
Oh, up here?
the break, I was waiting for the break. Yeah, I was waiting for the break up here instead of this one down here. I was looking at a bigger W than what you were looking at.
Oh yeah. I got myself in so much trouble from that because I'm like, oh no, it's a W. It's gonna go all the way up to here. No.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was.
That will
Yeah,
get
that's
you in
what I
trouble.
was thinking. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what
You
I-
typically get the shortest leg is the highest
the
probability move.
shortest the
The
shortest leg.
longer
Okay.
leg can be promised, like as another trade to take profit 2, if you will. But after the leg distance, it's over.
Okay.
Any new movement is based on new price action, which you can see
New
here. This leg got you to this structure, right?
Right.
And then
Right.
you had a break-in retest buy right here. That's
Okay.
that's not the W. That is a retest 3-bar buy at the bottom behavior. That's
For the
this
next
is
leg
not
up.
W. Yeah. That is a
Yeah.
different structure piece.
Okay. Okay. That's that's what I was looking at.
And one thing I've had to really, really keep in front of my head, structure is king of everything. Patterns are subservient, secondary to it. So
Right.
getting lost in the pattern is dangerous.
Yes.
Because and I say like, for example, if you had structure right here and you think you were going to get all this money off this W, the structure was going to suggest otherwise real quick.
Hmm.
But because structure on this one lined up with the W's second leg, it happens. It's right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're on sales on this guy. And then immediately wrong, we can flip into buys because that bigger M is no good. Unless anybody had anything else.
Nope.
I do that. I don't trust it because of where the Thursday high is, but I'd still do it this way.
The Thursday high?
Yeah, that one right just to the right of your
Yeah, right there.
little to the right, 2 more candles, 1 more to the right.
Oh, to the
5
this
right there. That little 1 more over.
this one.
Where yeah, that one. That kind of worries me as far as going down, but I would still do it. I'd take the trade, but I'd be cautious.
So, what are you worried about this one?
That it's really above the rectangle from.
Oh, yeah. No, I see
Yeah.
what you're saying. I'm not selling off of this. I am putting my sell down here off of this fractal
Okay,
with the assumption this is the apex at this point.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, right now I'm 100% with you. It's above the structure piece. You got a nice 3-bar, but it's also in line with and I didn't draw it. It's also in line with this uptrend, right? So we could easily bounce off of this and go up. I don't want to play in this entire zone.
Okay,
So yeah, let me draw that there. But if price comes down here, we'll have our 3-bar, we have our apex, we have a break of this uptrend that it's in, we have a break of the entire zone that it created, this shell. The sells are good. That's my confirmation. And I'm playing to the bigger. Certainly the daily, even well, see, the weekly's kind of got a 3-bar. That's a little worrisome, right?
Mm.
But the 3-bar is to the end. So if the lower structures hold that, and you can see that this on the daily would also make that whole day the apex. If price came down here, it breaks below the daily apex. And so now I'm a little bit more confident in the sales. But any above this apex, above this whole daily candle is a V reversal. It just has a huge bit of resistance structurally and a big M pattern as well to defeat.
Second request from United Healthcare.
okay, just a second, just
For
a
this-
second. Ern.
Okay. Wait for Norman to get back. Why does the older you get, the better stretching feels?
Sorry, I was talking to my husband. I'm just slow with my
I didn't know
fingers.
you
You
were
go,
untouchable.
wait, Ern, wait. Go ahead, you guys.
Norma, you're perfectly all right. But see what it does to our daily at that price? That candle, this is a daily candle, right? If that also assumes that makes this one, this Friday, the apex assumption. If we get in at the after the break of the bottom, let me zoom in for you. See, this entry is below this daily candle. I think he's getting cussed out.
Yeah.
Can't wait for Norman to pop back. Y'all see that logic there?
Yeah.
Making this daily the apex also.
Mm.
Because right
Mhm.
now it's a V, it's just at a whole lot of resistance. If that resistance holds, we'll get price below this daily. Now we can assume this is an apex until that's broken and we catch the downside. We're just asking for the retracement of this move. We're not asking for the whole thing. Doesn't mean it can't break it and then go up. It absolutely can. That would just suck.
I haven't looked
What's up, Danny?
what I haven't looked at what news. Are we going to have a lot of news next week?
No. There's some Canadian. There's US
CPI
CPI
and PPI.
and PPI. That's the major.
That's a major one.
Yeah.
Tuesday and Thursday, I believe, right? CPI and PPI on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I got Wednesday. Yeah, I don't know if that'll mount to FOMC meeting.
The minutes. They'll just release the minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe we continue on. I don't know how long Norma's going to be. But we can come back to it if she's got questions. Okay. So NZD CHF.
Okay, I apologize. I have one terrible time with my hands, as you found out from my drawing lines, but it can take me minutes to make the mouse click where I need it to. So please don't ever wait for me. Just please go ahead.
Oh, you're okay, Norma. We love you. The whole thing that I was bringing this up, right? So we were picking it down on the 4-hour, trying to assume this is the apex 3-bar reversal, but wanting confirmation at this price below this structure, because if you go up to the daily, you have a V, but it is right against that major resistance, right? So we don't want to be a part of the follow through of the V, which is on the buy side. But if this fails and price comes below here, that puts this on the table to be the apex of the downturn at the resistance failure at the breakout retest behavior. So at this price, a sell looked great, even on the daily, right? You see that?
Yep.
Okay. And then, of course, we know we're immediately wrong. If that whole apex candle is negated, then it's just not an apex. So we're going to play the buy side. It's continuation V, and we're in this up structure, and we can make our money back.
Right. I think the eventual direction will be up, but there might be a
Mhm.
fair amount of down before that. So yeah, completely
yeah,
with
Yep, we're all thinking some down. Like if this holds, if all that holds, and we get into that trade, this 3-bar is going to kind of be negated, because even 3-bars are subservient to structure, which this is a big resistance line.
you.
So if that holds, then we're going to see our M play out, and we're promised, I think this is the weaker leg. It's promising 200 pips. So if we get 200 pips, puts us right at the bottom of the zone.
Right.
That doesn't mean it'll be a straight shot, but if the M's playing out, we're trying to ride some of those coattails.
Sure.
Okay.
Good job.
NZD CHF. That's ugly. All right, what happened? Okay, we're in a zone. Meanwhile, box, look for buy confirmation. We had an alert saying a box buy. So this is like a Rex box trade. Okay, here's what when I scalp, this is kind of some of the stuff that I see. So you've got this box, right? Here's the 50 of it, right? Dead on the bottom of this box zone. When it goes down and goes up and goes down and goes up and goes down, that's fine. It's all box stuff. But when it goes up and it comes back down and fails the 50 of that zone, that's usually a warning signal it's going to break out. But it's on the weekly, so it's not like we can trade that, right? But what that tells me is I definitely want to be on the edge of the box and not at the 50 of the box. Does that make sense? I would sell on the other side or buy at the bottom of this in that case. But where we are now, ew. I don't like where we are now at all. And after that rejection, yeah, and see, that's in line with it breaking to the top. See how this is getting higher? It's ever so slightly. What is this, a sell alert? No, it's a box buy. That's a great rejection. That's a confirmation. If we want to do a box sell, and the problem is,
I think it's
you're-
Rex saying it's right in the middle. That's nothing for me.
yeah,
I agree.
right in the middle, I don't like it. Yeah, I'm out. Well, we have an alert at the bottom for a box buy, but I think if we get rejected like this 0, 1, 2, 3 times, we should go straight to the bottom, which means it'll be back into its zone trade. It just had so much rejection. If you get in, you've got 60 pips at risk for 40 pips of profit. It's not worth it right now. But if it goes straight to the bottom, then I'm going to change this alert, because you're not going to want to buy on a rejection like that, because what it's doing is putting the bottom breakout on the table. And if we look at the time cycles, it should match up. Here's this zone, right? We stayed in this zone 55. Let me go to the daily. It'll make it cleaner. We stayed in this zone 28 days, right? We stayed in this zone kind of 22 days. We stayed in this zone 20 days. We've been in this zone 40. We are 2 time cycles in this zone. it's due a breakout. And if it failed like that on the top, that tells me that that rejection could just send price straight to the bottom for a test of the bottom. And being 2 time cycles in, the probability of a breakout to the bottom is pretty high. Do I want to put money on it right now? No, because we're in the middle of it. We could absolutely still break to the top. I don't want to put money on it right now. However, if we break this 50, retest, confirmation, selling here, I think would be great. Let's see if the money would do. You could put a stop loss like to this structure of 50 pips. You're going to get some resistance at 50 pips, right? So you got a 1-to-1 and a maximum of a 1 and 1.5 on the sell side. And that stays within the trend. And when we're on the bottom of the trend, there's your breakout retest goes to the bottom, breakout retest goes to the bottom, breakout kind of, because this is kind of a fake out, breakout retest goes almost to the bottom. I'm going to assume breakout retest go to the bottom behavior because it did it 1, 2, 3 out of 4 times. That's a pretty good trade. What are y'all thinking? This one, let me draw it. It would look basically like this. That right there. I like that trade for all those reasons.
Yeah, I like it. I tend to do things too early. I would be tending to take a short right here, but not put my stop all the way to the top. I just put it to the top of the solid body from Friday. I know that's not a normal place to put a stop, but that's the way I do this one.
Oh, you would do this right here?
Yeah, I take that like a 3-bar reversal right now.
You could, if you
Yeah.
wanted to catch the move to the bottom. That's not bad.
It's just only if they're willing to throw it away. Because I think Rex goes for high probability trades, and I tend to go for low risk trades.
See, I used to do that too, and I bled the crud out of my Rex account by doing that. And so I started
Thank
to
you
moving
for
to
telling me.
these.
I need to hear that.
No, I bled the
Yeah.
crud out of it. I bled like $2,500 out of the Rex account trying to catch this move, right? But there is resistance here, both support and trend support. See, it's making these higher highs. And the risk on the higher side is it's failing this with higher highs. So it's trying to break out. Now, just because this was a failure doesn't mean it's not going to hit down here and try again, right? And so I would give money away with these type of trades. But if I wait to here, this is a lot more high probability than this one.
That's right. Probability.
Yeah, it's that probability game. And if your first resistance for this trade is right there, that's a 1-to-1 for 30 pips. And you're at the 50 of it. And you're at the 50 of this range, which like you said, Rex wouldn't even touch.
Yeah, thank you.
And we have, and also we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades already on the table, 6 pairs already on the table. So it's not like we need this one. But if it comes down here, our probabilities are so much better, and it's a clean drop. See that? And you got these guys in between, which could absolutely cause us some trouble. But the last move is a clean drop. So we'll see. I like him, but not until him. So I'm going to put an alert on this bar. This is the support, so that we can watch for it. Check price action. I do like how 3 out of 4 times it crossed, it was a clean break, retest, I'm gone. Where'd it go? I think it was on the daily we saw that. Yeah. Break, retest, I'm gone. Break, retest, I'm gone. This one was wrong. This one would have cost us money. Break, retest, I'm gone. Even here on the top side, break, retest, I'm gone. So I do like that. Okay. New Zealand yen. Oh, we were buying. We got our first one, but then it stopped it. Okay, so what's happened? We're in this uptrend. We're coming up to some resistance, some pretty good resistance. This is the main support of this zone. This is the support of the trend. We have a 3-bar reversal off of really good support and this support, right? Weekly looks good for a buy. Okay. We came out, but we came back in. But we immediately rejected this resistance. And we're not above it. Yeah, we are not above that at all. And we're in this pinch zone. So, if we get above that, we have a fractal right there, which kind of makes sense. Okay, wait, let's not go that far. This is a 3-bar with confirmation buy back above the bottom of the uptrend at the end of the day. That trade looks like this. To the middle of the trend. I'm drawing that to the middle of the trend, right? So 12-hour. There's the 3-bar confirmation off of the W. Everything's playing out fine. This is the buy. We had the continuation. This is the retest, but no follow through. So that tells me, because Rex doesn't like the no follow through, right? That tells me I don't want to enter now. I want to see some continuation, some follow through. This fractal will give it to us. So these trades are no good, I don't think. These are old trades. We've got new price action. We need to make new trades. I have a squirrel. Hello. Wait a minute. Did he just steal the chicken food? He stole the chicken food. And he's showing me he stole the chicken's feed. So I'm going to have to go bring the chickens some more feed here in a second. Okay. Clear off some of these lines to get less messy. The safest entry to catch this is this one. Your first resistance is right there. That is a god-awful trade. But that's this fractal. That's a fractal too, it looks like. Yeah, that's going to be a fractal. So your next logical trade, even if you take that profit, would be off of that fractal, which moves that stop loss to the bottom of this wick, right? It's still not a good trade. That's a W. If that fractal comes into play, and that's a Rex W. Y'all see this? Leg, short leg, the middle of the W, long leg. That's the Rex W that he likes. And this went and got all the contracts that are outside the trend line. That's a liquidity type grab, right? So theoretically, that gets the money to send price up. If we break the W, if we just go for the short leg, that's 150 pips. Puts us right to the top of the wick of the original leg. Puts us right to the top. Puts us right there. If we wait for the fractal, we're wrong. Technically right there, because that's the lower body of the middle. But that's real tight. If we put it there, that could be hit because that's the top. Put it there, that could be hit because that's the top over there. I think that's just extra risk unless you want to do this, in which case you're really expensive. So if you do it on the technical, break back below the body of the midsection, right? The stop loss goes there. That's the trade for the W. And it's a 2.3 to 1. But we are going to wait for price to move 100 pips. But all the trades in between, if you get in now, you can say I'm wrong right there. You can go to there. That's a 1 1/4 to 1. Four-hour can justify that, I think. Because you have a 3-bar, retest rejected with a higher high body, retesting that support line. You can get in here. And you can get out right there. The 4-hour kind of justifies that. And it's now on top of both the trend and this structure piece. And then I don't think I would trade this like that to there, because it's 30 pips and you're going to risk more than that to get 30 pips. I don't think I would trade this area, but if price ends up breaking this W is in play, and you can catch a second trade to here. What do y'all think of those two? That's 50 pips. That's 100 pips. I got a from Danny.
Digesting it.
Just light
I-
that time.
Yeah, leave it on. Thanks. I don't like the immediate up when I
This one?
prefer a down. Yeah, I prefer a down from there. So it's just me. It's okay. I just don't like the structure of it much.
I don't either. This is real messy. The only thing that I kind of like is where we have a higher high. This is higher than this. This
Yeah,
is
it's-
the support.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We're
There's
above
three-
it barely.
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, if you're bored, go for it. But we have all these others, so I'd rather have this trade. This one. up here.
Yeah, that's fine. I would rather wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get rid of this guy. I like
You
this
don't,
one.
you don't need to get rid of him. It's just me. That's all.
Yeah, yeah, I would just wait and watch it, see
See if it gives it to you on open.
see if it gives it to you on Monday or Sunday night or whatever.
Because here's kind of what the 30-minute looks like. That's what we wait for, right? That's a higher low. It's got an M being created. Let me get this out of the way because that causes. It's got an M being created, so it could still come down. Definitely want to wait.
Yeah.
Like if you get above there, it's good. But now you're really starting to just give away all your money. Yeah, this is a completely depend on open trade. If she's
Yeah.
coming down here, I wouldn't touch her.
Yeah.
But if she turns off of this, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, if you could get a turn, then I'd take a chance.
Yeah, because the 1 hour is they got a rejection. So this one, watch. This one's the good one. Okay, I'm gonna put that.
What do you got if you took say it did go half, go down 50% and then get a turn? What are you back? What are you risking? What are you risking down the bottom there?
This trade is a 37 pip risk.
Okay. Okay.
But it could come down to this
Okay.
trend line right here and turn. In
Yeah,
which
yeah,
case you'll
that's
get a
what-
better
that's-
price.
Yeah, that's what I was just waiting to see if it'd come back down to 50% or what, half that, and then
Right here.
get a turn and then get in.
That's not unusual because that is a great support. And in which case the trade becomes a lot cleaner for you, right? It's a 2.5 because
that
it's
gives you
support right here.
less risk and a higher
Mhm. That's a lot
profit.
cleaner. Okay, so I'll clean that up.
That's
today.
what I would wait for.
Okay. I'm going to too. See, I put the little notes. Watch open for this quick trade. If I get a bounce off of that, and that bounces off this trend support again too. So
Yeah.
all right. Ooh, that's ugly. NZD dollar. We're pinching. Ooh, we're at the bottom of the pinch. Okay. So we broke out of the zone. Ooh, let's clean up some of this. This is getting messy. Okay, this is the bottom. Let me see, I can probably clean this up a little better. That touches the bottom of those two and this wick now, and makes that less of an excursion. If I do that, no, I think that's more accurate. What do y'all think?
Yeah, like you got it there.
Okay. So we had a little bit of an excursion. We're at the bottom of the pinch. We broke out of our box. That's fine. Oh, wait. We have a 3-bar reversal on the weekly at the bottom of the pinch.
I love that.
That is great. Which means the trade, let me just draw the trade. The trade looks like this on the weekly, right?
Right.
Let's say we can go to the top, we can go to the top of the pinch. Let's just go, well, since we're getting it on the pinch, let's go to the top of the pinch for now. See what we can see on the smaller time frames. That's the trade. It's a 2.6 to 1, 240 pips, 100 pips on the risk side. Okay. Daily, here's our zone. Just extend that out. So it came down, we 3-barred with confirmation, but bounced off of the zone's resistance. Okay, that's fine. There should be a retest of the pinch, which it gave us. It retested the pinch, came off of it, and we are above, I think, let me draw the line, the bodies. I'm going to zoom in there because it's real close. Those are the bodies. And the bottom of that wick, we're above it. I like buys, but it's got this resistance of this zone right here, right? Y'all see that? Okay. So nothing's saying sell, but this could become an apex. But everything is lining up for buys. 12-hour. That's a 3 crow. You know what those are?
No.
Black crows. So
Oh, but
yeah, after you have a run up and you get 3 black crows, you should have continuation. That
anyway,
fails
okay,
at the bottom of the crow, right? Which, so if
right.
price breaks this, it's not going up. But the next candle should be green and should continue up. But that's a three black crow pattern.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I didn't know what it was.
I think that's pretty much what it says. We'll ask the
Yeah.
Google. 3 black crows trading pattern. I think that's how that works. I've gotten to where I'm really good at these patterns. Director, you try a bearish candlestick pattern may prevent the reversal of an uptrend. Oh, wait. Did I describe that wrong, man? Hang on. Let's go to images. Okay. So let's see. Here's a good one. So we had an up movement. So 3 black crows. If you have a down movement, you have 3 white soldiers. Okay, but what does it mean? Actually, okay, wait. They're saying it means down, so I might have been wrong on that. So after you have an uptrend, you have 3 black crows, you're going to have a downtrend.
Yeah.
Okay, so I spoke wrong. This is why you Google.
Yeah.
Okay, uptrend, 3 black crows down. Okay.
There's a continuation on that.
Uptrend, 3 black crows down. Minor price
And
support.
what the other one's
3
white
black
soldiers going up?
That's what they're saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so uptrend, 3 black crows down.
Down.
Okay, so down. I think everybody's saying down here. Up, 3 black, down. So it'll make a shelf and then it'll go down. Okay. I'm glad I Googled that because I had that in my head
Yeah,
wrong.
me too, because I've heard the 3, but I never did know.
So if
you
that's,
think
and
that-
here's the minor support that they outlined, right? 3
Yep.
black crows. So we should see down. And so
going down.
if that's the case, and we go back to the higher time frame, this 3-bar is not a 3-bar reversal at the support. This is a breakout retest. We're breaking down, right?
Yes.
But I don't want to play that until we're on the other side of the support. I don't want to play that off of a 3-bar. I don't want to play that off a 3-crow pattern because structure trumps patterns, right?
Right.
So the sell is here, right?
That's what I was going
The
to say, or at least here anyway, here.
The
Yeah.
sell is that
Mm-hmm.
on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if we're 3-bar reversing the buy off the support, because structure trumps little 3-crow patterns for sure. But it's good to see it because now we have this warning in our head, right?
Yeah.
Then we have the breakout retest behavior. Continuation could occur. The buy is still good because we have confirmation. The retest behavior has occurred. We did not break back into it. So a sell probability has passed to the sells because this could be an apex. And we didn't break back into there. So this is a dangerous zone from this line to this line. On the 12-hour, we have 3 black crows, which suggests down movement, which lines up with the rejection of this breakout price, right? So there's a huge fight between the bottom of this pinch structure and this zone. This is
Hey,
a
now,
major fight. Go ahead.
Your 3-bar crow, I didn't, does it have a wick on the bottom or the,
It does.
when it,
Yeah, it usually has a reversal candle for one
Yeah,
candle.
reversal. Okay.
Okay.
And then it'll go back and then it'll just kind of consult and then go on down.
Yeah, it kind of it said there's a minor support, which we have. We have a
Yeah.
minor support right
Yeah.
there. And then it'll play and then it'll go down. It's not an immediate
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
So
But
we've
that's
got
12-hour.
this 12
Yeah,
hour.
that's 12-hour. And then that's 12. Okay. And then the daily, it was showing. So it's
See
not, it's still, it could have more upside than,
See,
as
it's
far
got
as
that
structure.
3-bar, 3-bar
Yep.
retest is holding this minor structure, but it
Yeah.
did not defeat this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like up until you read that description.
Yeah, you and me both,
Yeah,
Norma. So if
Yeah.
we go to the 4-hour, it helps us with an entry, but we have too many buy and
Yeah.
sell problems in this
Yeah.
triangle, which we're talking about. We're only talking about 70 pips of space here. So if we sacrifice those 70 pips for the buys or sells, we don't care. We're just going to give that to the
Yeah.
market to make its decision. Then we have a reinforced buy on this break of this fractal to play this zone again because we have a 3-bar confirmation reversal off of the bottom of the pinch, right? But right there is our accuracy, and we're giving up this 70 pip range for that accuracy and then at that point, let's not play the pinch. Let's chill out. Let's get a little less greedy. Let's just play to the top of the zone or even to the top of this last candle right here, right?
Yeah, if you do that, you've got a great
here. Yeah, there's your high probability trade, right there. There's your high probability exit.
Right.
That's 100 pips. And Norma, you were saying you had this reverse upside down head and shoulder that would be created at that point. Is that what you were saying?
Yes.
Right. So your stop loss can come to the shoulder. Now you got a 1.5 risk to reward buy if we wait. That's good, right? And the accuracy is way better. If, however, the 3 crows play out and we want to do the short, this fractal is the one to do that off of, right? And we do it, our immediate resistance is right there. Let me make sure there's nothing else back here. Yeah, ooh, that's a really good resistance. Yeah, it goes all the way across. See that?
It goes right across.
Right. So is that good money for us? Yeah, I need to get in here. There we go. So if we sacrifice all those pips for the sell, it's a 1-to-1, 50 to 60 pips. We're risking 50 for 60 pips at that point. But both of those are a lot more accurate than us trying to trade in this pinch right now. What do y'all think?
I agree.
Okay. So
Be
then I
something to
will
watch.
I think this is a watch trade because
Yeah.
any wickiness would
Mhm.
kind of get you in preemptively. But confirmations above here, confirmations below there, I think that's what to play. So I'm going to mark it.
This one here almost looks more like an indecision candle than,
Which one?
for me anyway.
Which
This
one?
last candle, this one here,
This one?
candle here. Yeah, almost like
Well,
it could just consolidate for a while, maybe.
and I get so hung up, like you see me in my thinking process. I get so hung up, like if I start, oh, it's a 3-bar reversal off the bottom. Remember how we started there? Let me clean this up. On the
Mhm.
weekly, it's a 3-bar reversal. This is the buy. I'm going to buy, right? And then you start convincing yourself on the way down to buy. So we
Yeah.
have to open up our brains to go, wait a minute. This is a rejection. These are 3 crows. This could go down.
Yeah.
We have to, it's like we have to talk about, if you're buying, here's the trade. If you're selling, here's the trade. Now, which one do we like?
Yeah.
And so we found out we don't like them in here, but we do like the buy up there. We do like the sell down there.
Sell down there.
I kind of like that approach. Okay. So I will set alerts on this trend line so that we can start watching it. Oh, I can't set an alert on that. Okay, I'll just set alert like this. Wait for price action. And I will set an alert down here. I'll set it a little ahead so it doesn't just get away from us. USD sell, wait for price action. Okay. So we're not going to enter him, but I got alerts.
Alerts.
USD CAD. What are you doing? All right. We wanted to buy. Yeah, I lost money on this guy because it whipped me out. Bugger. Okay. So we still got this trend holding. Oh, that's why Rex doesn't trade 50 at the 50. Because we are halfway in the middle of this.
Right. Square in the middle of it.
Well, this 650 pips. So let's take a look. All right, what do we got? That was the trade on the buy side. And it's still holding buy on weekly. Daily, it got rejected. Oh, no, I didn't get into this guy. I got alerted, but I didn't get in. Okay. So it's holding that trend. So the box is moving out. Okay, whatever. We have a 3-bar confirmation buy off of this trend line. The problem, we're at the top of the box. Okay. If we get up to those fractals, that buy is still good. When do we hit resistance? We're going to get some resistance there. We're going to get some resistance there-ish. Put it on the wicks. So we got some sellers there, and then, of course, the top, right? Go to the 12-hour. Yeah, that's buying off of that fractal. I just don't want to be in any trades in this price zone right here. That's just an alert to me. What do y'all think?
Mhm. Yeah, no, I have no interest other than watching it.
Yeah, check price action. Because I do not want to be buying. Why do we have this uptrend? What's value about that? It's kind of rolling. So this usually makes like an S continuation pattern. or it makes an upside down cup and handle, but we're right at the middle of it. So I don't know if it's an S or a cup and handle yet.
Yeah.
So I would say this trend is no longer valid because of the curvature that's been created. Would y'all agree?
Yeah.
Okay. So if this is
Time
the
and price cycles slowing down too.
and because it's curving. So these were
Yeah.
higher, now they're flat.
Mhm.
So we are at the
Flat.
apex of either a bowl or the S. we don't know.
Yeah. I don't know
If it
which one.
Yeah, if it comes up here, we can watch price action. We might can say we've got our S and catch some of the continuation of this move, the buy. If it continues to it should consolidate here, then turn down. Honestly, I don't want to catch any of those sales because it'll be like this. It'll be a creep up, it'll be a creep down. But when price gets here, catch the handle of the cup for the breakdown. That's 200 pips. But we're talking next month. So unless this price occurs, I don't know that I want to trade the sell side until I get the cup handle formation beginning.
Agree all the way. Nice job.
Now we are time cycled out of this sucker. Like seriously time cycled out.
Yeah.
But the 50, look at this. That's kind
That's
of
what I was
50-ish, right? It's
right there.
failing.
Yeah. That's
So it's
support
priming
there.
for it's priming for a breakout to the top
Mhm.
side
Yeah.
by the breakout retest confirmation. So I like this alert because it's failing the 50 also. So this is the immediate expected behavior, but if that cup and handle decides to play out, we're talking about next month for this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so our alert's good. And you got 3 trades there.
Right.
Okay. USD CHF. We didn't even consider. Wait for retest, breakout for buy. We never got the retest. Okay, so that buy never happened. Wait a minute. That's a good sign. So that buy is no good, right? Oh, this is wonky.
You can leave it in there. We just add a different one if you want. It's still all right.
It is, it is. I'm looking for, okay, so that's a pretty good resistance line. You got this.
Be a ways off. So
You got all these guys, right? You got that, which he went right to. So if this is the breakout, the retest could still occur.
yep.
You're talking about what it's going to look like. And then we're on the weekly, right? So the retest should look like, that's the retest. Within that amount of time. The more time that occurs that it doesn't touch this line, it of course goes down. Here's that 50 failure I keep talking about. You see how it's got this 50 line?
Yeah.
Right there. It keeps failing the 50 of coming back. This is the 50 itself. So it breaks out. It never retested this. It created new structure. 50% of the way between this line and this line.
Yes.
Gears up for a breakout. That's what I'm talking about. And it can be on the diagonal. It can be on the, it can be in any, just when it's failing 50%, it's gearing for a breakout. Okay. So if this is the breakout, we touched that. We should retest. That's 200 pips. Oh, I'm on the weekly. Okay. So if that's the major trade, we go down to the daily. Here's your breakout. Never got the retest. We touched. That's good. We have a tweezer top. We got little tweezers. That's rejection. That means tweezer top means going the other way. We're going down. So that trade is, if we get in now, that trade looks exactly like this right here. Back to support, right? Let me move that over. Because that's our retest trade. So if we trade the failure, the rejection of this, we have an 85 pip stop loss with 130 pip profit to play for the retest behavior. That's on the daily with the 3 bar, but don't quite have that confirmation. That confirmation is more down there, right? That's kind of a 1-to-1. Okay. So if we go to the 12, do we have anything helping us? We have an M with a bigger leg on the second one, like Rex likes, which should promise us 55 pips, which puts us to that structure piece right there. That's all that's promising us. That's what the M promises.
Right.
So nothing is telling us, and there's also this. I mean, that's kind of holding. You could draw it like that. But if you say this is the break and retest of that uptrend failure and you're getting the down, you've got buyers right where it's at. You got buyers right there. The M dies right here. The second leg of the M promises 77. That puts it to the bottom of that wick. I mean, the M is not promising a lot of good structure to the downside. So I think it's a little riskier to try and catch the down after the top break. It's a little safer to wait for the retest of this breakout right here, to wait for its retest and catch the buy. As you can reduce that probably to this structure piece right here. Bring this entry over, because it'd have to break this new support, this new support, because it's broken out of those. A bounce off of here is what I like better than trying to catch this down movement, because it's just not pointing down really well. What do y'all think?
Yeah, the only thing I see to the downside is just that wick on top of that last candle, which don't mean a whole lot.
Well, this is purely the expectation of the breakout
Yeah,
retest. That's a 70% probability. It's high, yes, but nothing in structure is going magical about it. Like even if we have this M play, the legs give us that, and then the other leg gives us that. Structurally, that's just not clean. Like if there was major like supports there, I'd be like, okay, but it's just a body and a wick.
Yeah,
If I
that's
go
the
to
only thing
if I go to the 4 hour, that's it. You get that tiny bit of structure and you get this tiny bit of structure. That's all that W is promising. And there's nothing else back here, right? That's not strong.
No.
And if I clean up the line on the 4 hour, it absolutely could be this. In which case, if you play this M, which is this, you're immediately hit with buyers on stronger structure than the M promises for profit.
Right.
So I'm not liking that at all. I'd rather either get into the buy move. Let me see.
Yeah, I'd wait and try and catch a bounce up.
Because you kind of got a W here, right? And if this is a true breakout, I'd rather catch it breaking up past, well, really this structure right here, because then I can make the money from there to there. That's 200 pips, right? I'd rather catch that and be a part of it, because this could be what it created here is the 50 of the move. So we're in price cycle number 2 of this move, right? Here's price cycle number 1, and it's created this shelf. See that? Which means from that shelf should be price cycle number 2, which means the top of this wick. Y'all see that? That's kind of, that's 2 price cycles. So the potential of the down happening in the middle of the price cycle It could. I don't know. I'm not getting a lot of candles telling me that's happening. It happened here. See, if that was a single, if this was a single price cycle, it did happen halfway through and it retested. It absolutely did. Let's go see what its structure looks like. This was that price cycle move, right? So it went from here to here. Halfway through it, it came down and retested this structure piece and came back. It had it wasn't real clean either, actually. You've got a 3-bar that's kind of rejected almost. Then you could get into this guy, but you just have no follow through. And then all of a sudden it happens and I'm gone.
Mhm.
That's, I don't know that I want to put money on that type of behavior, you know? Whereas, let's look at the gone. If we wait, then you have the 3-bar confirmation immediately. That's a lot cleaner trade because that looks like
That's,
this. You get
that's
in
what,
there,
yeah,
your stop
that's
loss
what,
there, your take profits there. That's a
Mm.
lot cleaner.
yeah. Yeah, I'd rather, I would rather wait for that.
So I think it's
Because it
going to
looks like, I mean, it
happen.
almost looks like I think, yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna go back down to that
I'm trying to,
halfway again.
well, it should retest the breakout. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a 70% probability from Sean himself. But
yeah,
the way this pattern creates, it's not clean to catch the sell, but to catch the actual test and breakout is clean.
hmm
So I'd rather not do the sell side. I'd rather do the buy
yeah, me
side.
either.
But
I agree.
I think it tested it at 50%, right? Let's see. So if that's the move, 50% is that piece of structure, and it went all the way to the 61. And that's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we fib this, then I want my alerts because I want to start watching at the 50, which is, oh, funny enough, that's what this W is
That's
promising.
what,
Do you
yeah.
see that?
mhm,
Okay,
Yeah.
life. You know what? Whatever.
Yeah.
I think I want my first alert to start watching for it there.
Yeah.
Is that what y'all think?
Yeah.
And then if I get
What
a
does that look
3-bar,
like on the week?
it's a little early.
Let's see. There's a little, yeah.
But remember, this is half of the price cycle.
Yeah.
The price cycle is
cycle.
expected to be that. It's just,
Mhm.
it did test it here.
Mhm.
So actually, if let me take this back. Let's say this is a 3 price cycle move. That would be 1. That would be 2. That would be 3. We're due 4 price cycles. Doesn't happen that often. So we should have the turn on the 3rd price cycle, right?
Right.
Do y'all see that? Y'all agree
Mhm.
with that logic on the price cycles?
Yep.
So 1, 2, and it's matching up really clean. 3.
Let me
Then
real close.
that becomes an apex on the weekly at the end of the 3rd price cycle. Which means if we enter now, we're wrong, obviously, at the apex, but we only get a price cycle back. So if we ask for a price cycle back, that's all we get right there, back to the support structure. So that trade is I'm gonna move this guy over because that's another. He is a 80 pip risk, 180 pip profit. That's a 2-to-1. That's clean if we're thinking this is a 3 price cycle move and we're going to come back 1 price cycle. On the daily, you have a tweezer double top, 3-bar, almost confirmation. I've got arguments for both buys and sells on this. What are
Yeah,
y'all thinking?
I agree.
Yeah.
A little
I-
down, not
Do what, Norma?
a little down, then up.
okay, how is if we're wrong? If we're wrong on this sell, we can immediately absolutely get into a buy because that's a fractal. It'll be above that resistance. We can make
Right.
our money back.
Yep.
If we're waiting for this buy, because this is just the retracement buy. So he's not even in at risk at the moment. So the sell does look quite a bit better if we consider this a 3 price cycle move. And it has not really, this one retraced. This one did not. It went sideways. And this one went up. And there, I can show, yeah, the price cycles down here and what they look like. 1, 2, which its time cycle is a little quicker, right? 3. That is dead on 3 price cycles.
Yeah.
I stole that from Nate. And there's no lines. You know how he draws lines? Now I actually like the sell because the probability of a turn down from 3 price cycles is pretty high. And the 3rd price cycle aligns with the breakout that has not had a retest. Kind of a wonky M. I'm not happy with the M pattern. It's a weak contribution to this sell. But the breakout and the 3 price cycle is a pretty strong contribution when aligned with this structure of resistance and a tweezer 3 bar. So if we enter, we want the confirmation, right? We get the confirmation on this fractal. How do y'all like that? And I think we can reduce our risk to here, at least, if not more. If we reduce our risk to this bit of structure, you're putting 50 pips on the table. And that breaks back into that whole zone. This is a zone, right? So we got all these bottoms and we got that top. So that's the box. We're asking to get out of the box. Now this is a little messy for us right here, but we're asking to get out of the box halfway through the box, call it wrong. Because if she comes back halfway into the box, she's going to go to the top of the box. Her buy is probably going to continue, in which case we'll jump in on this fractal. But on the sell side, we're asking for this entire structure to be defeated to play this. I'll move that down just a little bit, just to make it a little bit more probable underneath this body right here. That's where I moved it to. Then this fractal for the retracement of this at the end of the 3rd price cycle at the resistance of the weekly, that seems pretty strong to me. The M I'm kind of throwing away because it's not clean. What do you think?
I love your expression for this entire structure to be defeated. You're a good teacher.
Well, I've tried trading without all of that accuracy, and I just bleed the accounts. I just bleed them. But when I ask for all the, and like Sean, I think said it best, whenever you ask to get out of your trade, you do not want to ask the market for anything, right? So we're asking for, okay, we're asking for all the way down there. Let's say we just ask for back to the retracement, right? That's still a 2 to 1. We're asking the market to do to give us money is your normal 70% probability retest of your breakout behavior. That is all we're asking for money, for profit. But to get in, we're making it really hard for the market to get in. I want you to break this structure. I want you to break that consolidation. I want you to break this support. I want you to activate this fractal. I'm asking you to do a lot to get in, but I'm not asking you to do hardly anything to get out.
Well put.
And then on the other side, this trade becomes in the game. Like I'll put an alert on here. Let me put an alert on here. USD CHF retracement buy. Price action is key on that one. Okay. So on this, and this is just, I'm watching, right? This was the 50 of that retracement. The actual breakout price is right there. So it'll probably be like,
Yeah, I wouldn't until it broke out of that box.
well, this is the buy one that I'm setting. I'm putting an alert here
Yeah,
for us
yeah,
to start
yeah,
watching so that if
right.
it comes down, and we'll probably want to start securing this guy also structurally,
Mhm.
probably on the 4-hour or something like that, so that we don't just give it back. We don't just give it back because it doesn't have to go all the way to retest the price. So this is kind of the watch zone. So if we start watching for the buy, then we can double our money here, or at least double our trade potential. As soon as we get that 3-bar reversal confirmation in this zone, wherever that happens, we take
Right.
our profit on this one, just take it, and we get in this one. And that structure will be created with that 3-bar reversal confirmation, wherever that is. And your stop loss will be there, not way down here. Does that make sense? And even at that point, you may
Yeah.
not want to do this trade. You may want to just stop at this structure piece. Because again, you don't want to ask the market to go through all this stuff to give you your money. You just want the market
Yeah.
to do what it's supposed to give you your money. So the trade becomes that. And if I shrink this up, you won't have that kind of stop loss. You'll be something more like that, which you're in another 2 to 1. So you're going to make it on the down, you're going to make it on the up if that structure break occurs.
Yeah.
And that is 100% normal market behavior. Breakout, retest, continuation. And we're not asking for the continuation of the whole move. We're just asking for the
Just
continuation to
back it up.
retest
Yeah.
the breakout price that it does here. So breakout,
Yeah.
retest is all this is asking for.
Yeah.
And of course, the top side, I think I have an alert here. No, I'm going to put an alert here because that means we're not going to get the retest move. It's going to continue. So I'll just put an alert saying the continuation's happening and we get in on the breakout retest behavior of the buy, right?
Right.
And I'll draw that trade. That's basically, you have a little bitty stop loss on that because you don't want to come all the way back into this zone. Just to the top of that next, that we outlined out there. So it's 100 pips. We're risking 60 for 100. So that's a 1.66 risk to reward. That's pretty good. All those trades look great. Where price is right now doesn't look great.
Yeah. 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 Wait and see.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting to see why Rex waits.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 3 trade potentials. We just got to watch it. So I've got him on the alert
Yeah.
list. Okay, UJ. I hate you, UJ. I really, really hate you.
Yeah. Mm,
Okay, what do we? Oh God, we are okay. This is more that Japan, and Vicky's. She'd be all over this, right? This is where the bank came out, said no. Bank came out, said no. Bank came out, said no. But each time it's less. The
still a
buyers
higher
are
low.
winning, right? Y'all see that?
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is the major momentum. This guy right here. We had an increase of momentum. That guy right there. We have another increase in momentum. That guy right there that's been holding. Now we have on the weekly a 3-bar confirmation reversal off this momentum. We are above all pieces of structure except you, which creates the UJ magical buy. So I still have that alert there. If that happens, we're in all this money.
Yeah.
But where are we right now? Everybody knows that's the magical buy because it is just tapping it. So I'm not buying. I'm not buying anything right here. I'll buy
No.
after on a retest, but I'm not buying anything here.
Yeah,
If you
'cause they're
want
just
to go ahead,
blue
Dan.
sky after that, isn't
Yeah, it's like 500. It's stupid. And Rex has been waiting for this for a
it?
couple weeks too, right? It's stupid money
Yeah.
after this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we sell, because we're selling at the top, we know we're wrong pretty quick. And this is pure argument, right? This is pure discussion.
Mhm.
If we sell this guy, because it's a great place to sell, it's at the top.
Yeah.
Just to, let's see. No, we've got structure right here that's been created. That is 70 pips. I don't know that I'd take that because that's kind of risky. But if you get a confirmation, then we bring it down here, right? Now we've
Mhm.
got a clean stop loss above this structure it's created, and we don't have any real buyers until there.
Mhm.
That's 160 pips. We're risking 100 for 160. That's a pretty clean trade. We're asking for the market to give us confirmation of this rejection, not whatever this little
What's
hammering
happening
against the
now?
roof is.
Yeah.
So they're hammering on the roof stops, and we're down in this price. That's a 160 pip move to this shelf that it's created before, right? That's this range. We're basically playing this old range now. This whole candle retracement.
Mhm.
Okay. And that's in line with this momentum, which if it fails here, it should go test this momentum. That should occur. Okay. How does the 12-hour look? Okay, I can clean that up a bit. Bring that up to there. Bring that down to there. Actually, only want to risk half of the move because if we're in this zone, then we're going to go to the top of it. Why give that money back? I kind of want it below a little bit more. Yeah, I want it below that guy. Because that's back into the structure a little bit better. So it's 130 pips for 70 pips. Put it back down there for 67. That's still not a bad trade. But that is purely a breakout, retest, confirmation, sell trade. That's not going to be a pending order. This is not my most favorite trade. What do y'all think? Buy side is, of course, the
Same
UJ
thing.
magical
Yeah.
thing.
I think if you're going to take a short, you'd be risking a lot less if you took it right now. But you're not,
Okay.
you're thinking it doesn't tell you that it wants to go down enough for you to want to make that risk. So I understand.
Well, wait, we're on the 12-hour. Let's go the 4-hour. That's a V reversal. Rejection off of here.
I don't, yeah, it wants to go up so bad. I don't know about the short at all. But
It wants
if
to go up
I were
bad.
going to do it, I'd take it right here. And I guess if that one didn't go and I lost a few pips, then I take the lower one if it did get down there.
Well, you got 15 to the top if you take it right now.
Yeah.
You got
yeah.
buyers in 8, but you could take it in 20, or you could just wait for the bottom. That's 70 pips if you're doing a box trade selling at the top, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you absolutely could do that. It's just hammering that top so hard. I'm
Yeah.
afraid of sales. This whole zone, I'm afraid of sales. This zone down here, I'm less afraid because see all the money back here?
Yeah.
I'm less afraid of sales down there. But there's a lot of money through here, a lot of movement, but it's the top. And it hammers it and hammers it. Let's see what kind of trends are created. Let me get to a 4-hour. That's a little less noisy. God, that's god-awful price action. If we forget the rejection, the bank coming out, and we just go to normal price, and we draw a line, it's up. It's like they're hammering. Each time they get rejected, it comes all the way down. And it goes up. See, these are higher lows. And they get there, and it's rejected. And they push it right back.
Yep.
See, the sell, I don't know when the sell's going to happen. Each time, what kind of time are we looking at?
Really wants to go up.
So every time it goes down and it goes up, it's that long before the rejection. So it hammers. We don't really have rejection for 1, 2, basically 2 time cycles, we get the rejection, right? So we've just had the rejection and the bounce back up. So according to that logic, we shouldn't expect another sell to be viable until April 9th. That's Tuesday. So you could watch this and like around Tuesday for the time cycle, see if the sell presents itself. But while it's here, I want to wait for the buy.
I
And it
agree.
ain't come down here. Oh, go ahead, Norma.
I agree. I like waiting for the buy.
But how long have we been waiting for the buy? Just in the current consolidation, it's been 76 times 4. So how many days is that? In the current consolidation, we've been waiting for the buy 12, 13 days. So if you want to try to make money on the how are we on time for here? It stayed in consolidation for 32 bars. Stayed in consolidation for 38 bars. How many bars are we in now? 25. She's about to make it 26. She's about to make a decision, one side or the other, right? According to the time cycle, because about 4 12-hour bars, which is 2 days. Tuesday. We're back at Tuesday.
Good job.
So, yeah, we're back at Tuesday for a sale. Mike could look at this for a sale on Tuesday. I see your logic there, Norma.
Yep.
Your logic, it works.
It takes me. I have to catch up, okay? But Tuesday
Rex
looks.
says patience.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Tuesday, the short. If price is telling us, the price action says sale. Tuesday looks to be the sale. Otherwise, if I'm just sitting on it, I'm thinking here. But my whole love of this pair is the buy, the break above there, which I've got the alert. So I might check this guy on Tuesday. Is there a price that would help us with that? That's my time cycle drawing. This.
We do
Right.
have the Japanese PPI on Tuesday, but it's not till afternoon.
Okay. So a lot of that's lining up. So Norma, if I put an alert on this trend line, which is kind of just a small internal one,
Uh-huh.
if I put a break across there, that might be a good time to look for your sale to the bottom.
I think it might be about over by then, so I don't know.
Well, no, this would just be whenever price crosses this line, the alert would go off.
Yeah, I understand, but if I'm going to
Yeah.
go short up here, I'd rather do it right now.
I agree with that. Yeah, I would do the same if I was considering selling. I agree with Norma. I'd do it right now.
I think you almost have to. Let me clean up this a little bit because I got a new price. If I put it there, that looks a little better. It hits more bodies, right? You're at the top of the box. So if you want to do a box trade, now's the time to do it.
Yeah.
And then if you're wrong, catch the buy.
You're wrong. You got to get out and catch the buy back up on
Right.
Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever.
Okay. So just leave those alerts. That's all of our pairs. TNA. She's following the normal stuff. Oh, I think I have this charted on the other. Yeah. So I have it drawn real tight. Debbie has that mathematical regression line that it's staying in between. So this is kind of normal price behavior.
Mhm.
Monday, we'll probably do some real safe calls. We don't do any puts on Monday. Spiders had this huge geopolitical drop, but she's replaced already half of it has come back. So this will probably, if Monday sends to the upside, Spider will be life as normal. I'm not afraid of sales until down here. Anyway, this is the 23, this line is the 23 of this fib movement.
Yeah.
So I kind of zoned it red. Now we want to be kind of worried about the downside movement. But where it's at, it's still all good for the calls.
Yeah.
That's a huge rejection and 50% retracement. So if, let's say, if Monday opens on the top side, it's probably business as usual. If it opens towards the bottom side, real conservative puts in the money, that sort of thing.
Hmm.
Well, that's all the pairs. We
Hey,
got a
did
few.
they, yeah.
Hey, Josh,
Mhm.
uh, I put my email in the chat. Could you send me that strategy that, I don't know, do you call that Rex or is that Debbie and Josh?
This is
You're,
Debbie's. I helped
okay,
pull it out of her head to make it, to put it, to make the paper plan. But
okay,
all I did was pull it out of Debbie's head. And
okay.
yeah, she's been doing it for like 50 years, so she probably doesn't know everything
Not
off the
quite.
top of her head.
Don't think she's
Yeah,
quite that old, Josh, but yeah,
yeah.
40
Oh,
maybe.
no, she's over 50. She had her
Well,
birthday
yeah,
the other day.
well, yeah, no, but doing this for 50 years, she's what? I think she said 72, something like that.
75, I think. But I
Is
thought
that?
she told us she'd been trading because she started early in her 20s.
Okay.
She started early. She knew what she wanted out of this life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you have the put strategy written down too, Joshua?
I do. This is what it is.
Did I ask for that?
Yeah, I can send it to both y'all. Absolutely. I've tried to keep it real clean, one, so that I can deal with it.
Okay.
But here's the goals, right? Here's the risk management.
How do I copy that?
I'm going to email it. Can you just put your email in chat and I'll just email it to you, the whole Word document.
Bless you.
Oh,
Now
is
that
this,
also is that's just a basic option strategy, not necessarily for SPY or TNA. It's just the regular option strategy,
No,
right?
this is SPYs. This is TNAs, and I can send y'all both.
Yeah, send them.
They're a little bit different.
Okay, send.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not sure which one you sent, but already. But
I
go
sent
ahead.
both.
Did you? Or you can
Yeah,
send both.
Yeah, and
What
see,
okay. I was wanting the one for the Forex, the Forex
we have not
strategy.
created that one.
Oh, okay. So that you haven't
Yeah.
got that one finished. Oh, I
Yeah.
misunderstood. I thought,
See, here's all the notes for it.
oh, okay.
And
But it's not.
I haven't when we get it where we got some consistency in our profits with it, I'll create a plan like this and pass that out.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I misunderstood. I thought she had the one for the Forex one done. Okay.
Because like this week we
Okay.
learned, like we thought we had it cleaned up, and then we learned about the meanwhile trades, and then we thought we had it cleaned up, and we learned about the problems with pending trades, and so we're like, okay, now we can't do that. So we're still cleaning things up, but like our entries are just about ironed. It's the exits.
Work in progress. Okay.
It sure is. So yeah, and Norma, on this one, the risk management tells you what to do, right? You want to call if you're buying a house, you buy the call as a 3-year leap on SPY. It's a 2-year leap on TNA, but it's a 3-year leap on SPY for protection because you write your calls against the house.
Okay.
And then you sell the calls 10% away on wait, is it Spiders? No, it's on TNA. I don't think that 10% away is correct.
No,
I think
you
it's just,
can't.
yeah.
Yeah, you just have to kind of look to see where you think it might be in for the day.
So let me clean that up. It's sell calls from current price for a quarter minimum.
Okay.
Sell calls a few strikes away from the current price for its quarter minimum, right? But this is all chart based. You're doing it on your chart. And if it's going south, you're conservative. If it's going north, you can be less conservative because you're in a call anyway.
Okay.
And you sell puts at the money. This is the safest. Sell puts 1 to 2 strikes above for more aggressive, right? And the execution is you enter the call daily 15 minutes after open for expiry of the same day. You enter puts on the daily 15 after opens for this same day expiry as well. However, you will have to manage these prior to close, or otherwise you could have them put to you, right? Unless you were perfect in your calling, which happens. A lot of times they'll expire. But if you end up, go ahead.
I get confused when I hear language like put to you and roll because I haven't done them, so they don't all they do now is scare me a little bit and say, you got to do something here, but I'm not confident what I'm supposed to do. So I
Okay,
just need to open a paper account since I can't trade
do it
these
on
yet.
paper.
I don't have enough money, but I need to get a paper account open so I can do it with you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that helps a whole lot.
Yeah,
That's kind of what
that
I've been
helps a
doing for the
ton.
last few months, and yeah,
You have to
make some
just do it.
yeah, make some mistakes and go from there.
And see
Yeah, I agree.
what it means, and I know I'll say this and we'll still be jittery about it, but when you place a put, you want the price.
When you sell a put.
Yeah, excuse me. You sell a put. I'm still working on the language too. When you sell a put, in order for it to expire worthless and you collect all the premium for the put you sold,
Yeah.
it price has to trade above the strike. So if you sell a 500 put, price has to trade above 500 in order for you to keep all the money. If it's
It-
trading below,
It has
go
to
ahead.
close above there.
Close. Yes, it has to close above it.
But you could sell it below, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what she's talking about on the at the money. So if it opens at $500, you're selling a $500 put strike because that's the one at the money. That's the most conservative, right? If you go up, depending on the chart, it could be a little or more or less risky, and if you go down, it could be a little more or less risky. That's where she's talking about the safe ones are in the black zone on Thinkorswim, and the blue zone are the riskier ones. You remember that?
No, I haven't. I
Let me see
haven't concentrated on that at all because I've been having a really hard time health wise, and I just haven't been able to work on it because I don't have the money for those trades yet. But I want to learn it.
Well, that's okay. And we trade it every day, and I'm doing all my learning is on the spiders because I don't have the money either. I've got like $5,000 or $6,000 of real money, so I'm just doing the call side.
Okay.
But I'm seeing if it'll load, and then I'll show you what we're talking about.
Now, if you want, I've got it open already. You want to go over here?
You've got it open? Yeah, I'll just stop sharing. And if you'll put your emails in chat, I'll email those two trading plans. And Tom, you want to share so Norma can see the safe trades and the risky trades?
Mm-hmm.
And
I've
I'm
been
still
looking
installing.
I followed okay. When it's all done, it's just I still need to do it so I don't get worried when I hear the words put to you and roll. And
Okay.
I have a question. If you say you're going to roll something, you get out of what you're in and get back in usually the same
Let me.
strike price.
It says I'm disabled.
Oh,
When you roll, I don't know what
That means that you're just rolling it over to the next
don't-
time frame,
I
whether
don't
the
know.
next
I
day
don't-
or.
Let me just finish
Yeah,
this. When you say roll, I don't know if I change the strike price or the exit time.
you can do both. And I'm going to show you with my notes of how many
Why
times I
do they
screwed up.
call it rolling and that?
I'm going to show you. Okay. So here I've been rolling SPY for like 2 weeks because
I need to make that bigger because I can't actually read it, and I don't know how to make
okay.
it.
I can do this. Is that any better?
Yeah, way better. Way better.
Okay. That's better. Okay. So
Yes.
my SPY side is this side, right? And this is where I've been doing all my rolls.
Okay.
So let me see if I can start from the beginning. Here I had an expired one. $27. Yeah. Learn to take profit, Josh. You see it right there. Here I did a calendar roll. So what that means, let me see. This was to close. I had to buy the 523. So buy 23. Here's where I entered for that morning, right? To open, I sold a 523 put and I got paid $38. Okay.
Okay.
It was not where it would expire. So price was, this is why I have the trading plan. You want the house trading above. So the house was Spider was trading below 23. So it was going to be put to me at the end of the day. Now what that means is the guy that bought the put is going to exercise his options and force me to buy them, 100 of them at 523 because it's less than 523. So he's making money, right?
Yeah, he could actually buy that, if I may interject here, for less than what Josh has got to put at, and that would make it more feasible for him to buy it at the lesser price, right?
exercise. So he exercised. I'm selling him 100 option contract at 523 for him. I'm selling the $100 options at 523. If
Yeah.
price goes to 522, he gets 100 options at 523 at the 522 price. So he gets
Yeah.
it on sale. So he's
Yeah.
going to exercise that against me, and I'm going to have to buy those, right?
Right.
You
Okay.
have to, you have to,
Well, no,
Yeah.
if it's put to me, I have to buy the shares
right,
from him.
right.
So I don't want that to happen because it's less than I'm losing money. So we roll out, and in Thinkorswim it's called to create a rolling order, right? Well, what that means specifically is I close. See this one, to close?
Yeah.
I buy those puts back for $1.10. See that?
Yeah.
But because I'm rolling, there's 2 trades involved. So I'm selling, and I sold it for the next day. See, it was on 4/1. I sold it for the next day to expire on 4/2 the next day.
Okay.
I sold the put for 523 for $1.66.
So the same one.
So it's the same. Yes,
it
the same
always-
strike, different day.
Same strike.
Same strike. Yes, ma'am. But I pocketed $38 from the original one,
Yeah.
and I pocket 56 cents from this rollover.
Okay.
So I'm still making my money, but I'm not out of this position yet
Yeah.
because
right.
price is still under 523. But my break even is no longer 523. It's 523. And I'm going to get my calculator. Come on. It's 523 minus the 38 cents that I sold it for initially. That's in my pocket. So it's 0.38 minus, or excuse me, plus 110 because I had to buy it back for that day so that it wasn't put to me. So I say plus 1.1, but minus 1.66 because I sold that one for the next day. So then it becomes minus 1.66. So now my break even's 522.06 and price is at 522. So all I did was move my break even from my 523 to where price is.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
So let's see if it. So I
So-
rolled it over. So I go to the next day on the 523. Yeah, I see it, and the price just kept dropping, like just dropping. Remember? So I
Right.
had to roll it again
Mhm.
and again. See calendar, and
Mhm.
again. Oh, I took it. So I took my money here. The market let me get out, but I made a note. I was so hung up on clearing out my old position that I didn't realize that I had an in the money put, and I ended up selling another 523 put. Where if I'd have just kept that one, I'd have made a lot more money. But
Mhm.
I wrote down that I had gotten tunnel vision from rolling it from 2 or 3 days. It was making me nervous.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So,
If
In
I
the-
may interject here a little bit,
Mhm.
I do it a little differently.
Okay.
I just roll it over. I don't try to buy it back and then to resell it. I just roll it from one day to the next.
When you roll it, that is
Uh-huh.
what's happening. You're buying your old one back and selling a new one. But when it's a credit trade,
Oh,
the
okay.
one you're selling for more than the one you're buying.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
When it's a credit trade, like when you
Right.
hit the rollover button and it says credit,
Uh-huh.
that is what you're doing. You are buying your other one back cheaper than you're selling the new one. And that's
So
where the credit
okay, it's
comes
just a
from.
matter of semantics here, basically.
I break it out for the actual 2 trades itself
Mhm.
so that I can
Yeah.
keep track of my break even better.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Essentially, yeah, it's essentially, I guess, basically just the same thing.
Because with my formulas, like if I look at my formulas, I'm going
Mm.
through and adding all these together and all that kind of stuff. You need how much you have to buy the other one back for
Mm-hmm.
once you end up rolling it 2 or 3 days. You need that number for the break even.
so in this case, you used the 523 strike on every roll, right?
I also rolled the 524 because I sold 2 puts,
Okay.
but it just tanked on me. And then it
Yeah.
dropped $10 that day. So I had to end up rolling it again.
Oh, what I did on Friday and also Monday, I think, was
Mhm.
buy puts because the chart was saying it was going to go down. And I know Debbie doesn't like that at all.
I think that makes you naked.
No, naked.
No.
Naked is if you sell. Well, it is naked. It's selling naked.
Yeah.
That's risky. All I can lose if I buy it is what I paid for it. But it's
Well,
a bigger loss than Debbie thinks. She says 90% of people are going to lose money on that, and they'll lose
yeah.
whatever they paid for it. But when you sell, the most you can make is the amount that you got paid for entering.
Or the option.
Your
Yes.
premium.
And
your
if
premium.
you buy it, you can keep making money as long as it goes the direction you want it to.
Mhm.
Because when you're selling, we're selling time. And when you're buying the intrinsic value. So if you get the chart move, you're
That makes-
banking.
Thanks for saying that. Yeah. Okay,
Is that right?
I think
Mhm.
so. So,
I think that's right. Yeah.
so for buying a inexpensive put on Friday and Monday, I think I had some that expired on April 9th and some on the 21st or whatever it is, and then one that expired in 3 months out, because to get away from fast expiration drop, you need to go 3 months out. Whereas you have less of a loss per day that way. So
Yeah.
anyway, I took it was like a $200 profit on Tuesday, and I could have left it in and easily have gotten an $800 profit altogether, but I didn't.
Nice.
I don't like to say goodbye to $200, so I took it. When I can get 2 contracts in, I can take one off for break even and leave another one on.
Right.
But I like that big profit when you see that the market's going to drop. I also had
Yeah, if you
exited
can see it.
my TNA leaps back there where I thought the market was going to drop, because I thought it was better to take what was a profitable leap at the time and then
Buy
get
back
back
in.
after the drop was over. So I don't think the drop's necessarily over, but I bought my leap again Friday night.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm not that good at the options yet. I'm just doing the nickels and dimes.
Well, I love that trade, and Debbie has every reason to not like buying options, and I understand that, and I really
She's real
love
risk averse.
that
Yeah.
trade. Yeah, but when you do see a big drop coming, I think it makes sense to get out of the leap and buy some puts, but
And
doesn't
buy
always.
back in.
But if you're a good chart reader, it works out.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I noted all my screw ups, and even with all my screw ups, I'm still up 35% on that one. And 79% on that side.
Great.
It's insane.
Mhm.
Like
That's
my
fun.
live account, I'm up 8% in 1 month.
I have to say, do you better. I'm up 17%.
I'm at 17%.
Mine is a lot too, and I've only been doing one contract, so I'm so grateful that, because I can't handle trades where you have to do more than 2 trades, because I always make mistakes. I mean, like always, and
Yeah.
this I don't. I'm so grateful for it, and more grateful. Debbie is so willing to help
Oh,
every person as much as that person needs from where that person is. And she
Mhm.
just keeps at it and keeps at it. It's just incredible.
I agree, Norma.
Yeah.
Yes, me too.
I told her I'd dance at her wedding, but she's like, I'm already married. I'm like, well, I'll dance at your next one. If y'all get remarried, renew your vows. I'll dance.
There you go. And the thing is, Nate the other day, didn't he say he's learning a lot from Debbie as well?
Yeah, he's like she taught it to him, and he was on his portfolio
DI
session or something. And I'm
Yeah,
like, wait a minute,
DIY.
I know what you're doing.
Uh-huh.
So
Felt good.
and on that, I got a call from somebody she wanted to set up a portfolio thing with Nate for me. Well, why would they do that? I'm just wondering.
Because Nate does bristlecone. Are you talking about for your retirement?
Yeah, I know he does. I just wondered why they decided to call me and give me this portfolio assessment. Wondered why.
Oh, I think that's his marketing stuff to talk to you about putting your IRAs, your retirement 401s, or whatever you've got with him for him to manage. I
Oh.
did that, and I'm up 35% this year. He's doing really good.
Okay.
I think Debbie's up 50% with him. Nate's doing good.
What kind of percent does he charge? I can ask him when
It's
he
really
calls.
cheap.
Okay.
But
Good
yeah,
for-
he charges like I want to say one. I don't remember,
Oh, that's
but
okay.
it's pretty. It's comparable with it's competitive.
Thank you.
But yeah, that's all our charting today. We finished by one.
Okay.
Let me see.
Yes,
Do you want me
indeed.
to email these before I lose the chat? Did everybody
You got-
put their
Yep.
Thank you. No.
I know you've already sent me stuff, but go ahead and send again, I guess.
Okay, let me see. New email. Oh God, everybody's got their emails in there. Okay. Yeah, I've already sent to you. There's Norma. Oh, yeah, yeah, there you go. And there's Danny. Okay. TNA and SPY trading plans.
I imagine that's you do the cues, and that's probably the same principle involved there.
Yeah. Like there's a
Debbie
little
said-
difference in TNA because they're weekly.
Right.
Spider's daily, but QQQ is daily, right?
Right.
Yeah, then I would just copy the Spider trading plan.
Mhm. Now Debbie said something about she would send out a list of different instruments that could be traded on both the
She did.
daily and the weekly. Yeah.
She did.
Yeah, the way
I
I
think it's an
understood
options
Debbie
chat or
could trade on
something.
about anything. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Danny, what'd you say?
The way Debbie explained it, she talked like you could do it on. I asked her about commodities,
You can
like
do it.
Mhm.
corn, soybeans, and that. She said,
Right.
"Yeah, it works the same way."
All you need
Cool.
is the ETF on the exchange platform, like Direxion has a bunch of leveraged ones. Like we're doing a triple leverage with TNA on the call
Mhm.
side. They've got
Yeah.
a bear side. They've got gold, which I think is only 2x, not 3x. But there are several triple leveraged ETFs you could do this on.
Right.
Got it.
Not like a ton.
All right. I've got to go. Thanks. Thanks,
Hey,
guys.
later, Tom.
We'll talk
What
to
was
y'all
that, Norma?
later.
Emails here. Thank you so much.
Hey, no problem, Norma. And we sent it to Rex also.
Good.
And hopefully, like he's taking a look at it from the Rex trading head. If he sees some gaps in either our execution or risk or whatever, he's going to talk to us so we can clean it up. Because remember, like Debbie's been doing this forever. She's not going to remember every detail to put onto a trading plan. So as it evolves, I'll just resend it to everybody.
Bless you. Thank you so
Hey, I
much.
think we need to give a thank you to Rex too. I tell you what, he's really,
Rex is amazing.
yeah.
It really is.
The whole
All
group
right, guys,
is.
we'll see y'all later.
Yeah, y'all take it easy.
Thank
Have a good
you.
weekend. And watch the
You bet. Thank
eclipse
you, guys.
with some glasses. Don't stare at it with your
Okay.
eyes. Later.
See you next week.